Just okay, there you go. Welcome to the Kristian Harloff Show. I think Kristian is still here. I don't know. I hear things moving around. But he's in the black frame, so I don't know if Kristian is still on the show. But to be fair, he is in New York. There's been a big snowstorm all across the East Coast. I talked to my mother last night. It has not been easy for her, and I'm sure a lot of you all who are watching us are on the East Coast, so you know exactly what Kristian's dealing with technical difficulties. Hopefully at some point we'll get Kristian back on the show. For me, I'll adjust my camera for now and hope it doesn't go black like it just did for Kristian. But yeah, it is Monday morning. We're going to do our best to soldier on and do the show. This is impromptu, so I don't know how I have the topics. I know things we're going to talk about here on the show, but I appreciate you all hanging out with us this morning and having some fun with us today. Especially, you know, considering everything that's gone on in the world over the weekend. We're not obviously going to get into that. That's not this kind of show. If you want to hear my thoughts on all that, I'm probably going live tonight on my channel. But this is a show to kind of take your mind off everything that's going on there and talk about some other stuff that's going on in the world of entertainment, superhero stuff. And, you know, everything has its place. Everything has its purpose. So we can't thank you enough for hanging out with us here. And there's Kristian back again, possibly here on the show. I love it. So we're going to get into some stuff.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, and now we lost you. Whoop. Or Luke's messing around with stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, there it is. All right.
Oh, maybe Luke can just, for now, do the engineering if he's able to. Because I don't know how long this camera is going to last.
Okay.
So yeah, watch. See, this is the kind of mood I'm in. So someone just said, "But those glasses, though, they kicked them right out of the chat. Gone, just for the stupidest little comment. You're out."
Yeah, this is not the day to fuck with Kristian, everybody. No, this is not the day to shoot your shit.
I threw you right out.
Usually he's much more patient than I am, but today, not today.
Between the fact I can't even show you. I mean, you know what? At this point, who cares? Like, look who we're dealing with right now.
Hey! Oh my God! Wow!
Like, so this is what I'm dealing with in general. I was trying to get to the office today, and it just wasn't gonna happen. And then I needed to figure out how to make this stupid camera work. That took forever. And I did a few other things. So, like last night, you know, it's just started snowing. What is that? What are you doing?
Sorry. I was messing with so I'm trying to make the size fit for what you're doing. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, and anyway, so we, it just started snowing relentlessly, obviously, like all over the country. And I took some, like, because I saw Ed Harrell in here going, "Oh, no, my neighbors didn't shovel any of their snow last night and they're blocked in." I saw people doing that last night. I said, "What's the point?" Yeah. It's like I started shoveling stuff out for a little bit, and then it just all the work that I did just got covered up anyway. What's the point? What's the point of that? So I was able to get the road clear or my driveway clear rather, but the roads are not clear. So it's like it just wasn't safe to drive to where I needed to go. So so that's it. Anyway.
Oh, I miss it. I've been there before. I do miss the snow. I know it's a hassle.
You don't miss this kind of snow.
I don't know.
I'm with you. Like on regular snow days, like magical snow days, like there was like 3 to 4 inches. Like this, like dude, my dog couldn't find a spot to pee last night.
Oh no.
I tried, like he'll go into the backyard if it's too crazy weather-wise, and then he'll just run back in the house. He's too small. He was sinking into the snow. Oh no. So I had to like go out and shovel, a place for him, the poor dog, to pee and poop. And there's like areas to that, there's that. And then my little one is pretty tiny, so she was having problems walking out there too. So it was
oh no,
pretty brutal. But like normal snow, I miss it too, because it's like, it's like that. This is something else. What we got going on here? I had quite a few things that I had to cancel today because
Okay.
Well, there was
Is the
this show
situation?
that I'm glad I was able to do, but I had
Me too.
I had an interview with a congressman on
Oh, wow.
for DTE for the
Right.
UAP show, and I had to push that back. Um, and then I had a thing with Ming today. I was going to do. We are going to do Kill Bill reaction. Sam was going to do Game of Thrones today. So the whole day was just shot because of this weather. But I mean, like I said,
Right.
it's. I'm not the only person dealing with all this in the
Yeah.
in the country. But it's anyway. It was something. It was something. Oh well, here's the good news. The good
Okay.
news is that people either feel bad or Derek Johnson just is here because you're already at
Yes.
42 and we haven't even really started
Oh,
the show yet. So you gotta try to beat Steph this week. She's on a 2-week run.
I haven't won in weeks.
I
I would
know.
love to win one of these weeks, for God's sake, just
I
to
know.
keep
I know.
it, level, for God's sake. Come on, help me, people. Let's get to
I think
150.
that's look. The most recent record was like 215 for Mike, which
Woo.
is a few weeks ago. But we'll see. All right, let's try to get to. I know
Let's do it.
you started that story.
No, I did not. Luke put it up, but I was just telling people, like, just giving them the 411 of what's going on. So please take it away, my
Okay,
man.
let's try. Just give me a second. And here we go. So what they're saying now with Avengers, I guess there's a new rumor that it could potentially that Secret Wars could be split into 2 movies.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
there's
my
more.
story.
Is it yours?
Yeah, it was
Your
mine on
story?
Hot Mic. I said that on the Hot Mic. It was Daniel who went and said, but it'll depend on how Doomsday does. But
Got it.
I was the one who revealed that
I
it
see
was.
it. I see it here.
2.
I
Yeah,
see it here.
yeah.
Yeah. Marvel Studios' Avengers Doomsday is set to conduct some additional filming in April before shooting begins in the summer on Avengers Secret Wars. With these massive Marvel team up films, rewrites are constantly happening before, during, and even principal photography as the studio and directors Russo brothers shape the films right up until release. That means nothing is entirely set in stone. This weekend, Daniel RPK and the Hot Mike's John Roca are both reporting that these movies are becoming so big that one idea being considered is that they may have to branch out into a 7th Avengers film. My source heard that Doomsday could run for 3 hours, and that is huge. They are considering splitting Secret Wars into 2 parts. Such a
That's
movie
mine.
wouldn't be unprecedented, especially with the sheer money being spent on these films and the guaranteed audience, though it would involve some serious contract renegotiations. This all comes as another report from my scooper, My Time to Shine the Lows, claiming Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige wants the Russo brothers to be very involved with the next saga and wants them to direct more films beyond the Avengers entries. Daniel RPK has also reported that Marvel is developing a new Scarlet Witch project as part of the Mutant Saga.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's the case,
Yeah.
and let's start with your scoop. So this is if it does well, or that's my time.
That's what Daniel added.
Okay.
My source did not say if it depended on Doomsday's box office success. What they told me was that from what they've got information from places close to them is that it is going to be. They're considering splitting it into 2. And I think because they're reading the tea leaves and they're seeing that the ramp up into Doomsday, into Secret Wars wasn't as big of a ramp up as Infinity War and Endgame. So they want more time, I think, to tell the story. And so I think that's what's going to end up happening once they get to Secret Wars and do two episodes of it. So we will see. We will see what happens with that. So yeah. But yeah, that's the situation there. And I'm not surprised, Kristian, with the amount of people that they have on these movies and the story they want to tell. And I also think what they want to launch in the new phase, they need a lot of real estate to do the build up, the payoff, and then the setup for the next phase, in my opinion.
Can you hear me here now?
Yeah, totally.
I don't know if the sound is worse or better.
No, it's the same. It's the same.
I kept losing my camera, so I'm just instead of throwing it out the window into the snow, I'm just going to switch over to the to the computer because if it happens again, I'm going to lose my mind. So
Okay. Right.
It just keeps slipping. Like we had to put these stupid things up in order to try to because I had got my wife both this
nice
and a cam for a camera. And she doesn't like when things are cluttered in the office. So she decided to move them, which I guess is fair in theory. But here's my only ask. Remember where you put the rest. It's like, I don't like when things are cluttered. Fine.
Yeah.
Make yourself a note. Make yourself a note.
Yeah.
And
you got to tell your wife that her good looks can't help her keep getting away with this. Like, enough.
Right.
You got to tell her enough. Enough.
Sadie, you hearing this? Roka said there's only so long your good looks can get away with you misplacing things.
Her pretty privilege can only extend so far. For
God's sake. Privilege only extends so far. Yours. Yeah, for losing the clamp. So she wants to tell the true story. Well, luckily enough, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
So anyway, when it comes to that story, I will tell you that what you're hearing makes sense to me.
Sure.
Because it's like, why wouldn't you, if you know right now you haven't had major kind of sure thing hits for quite a while, right?
Yeah.
Things are kind of hit and miss. If you know you're already pretty much guaranteeing, and most people are guaranteeing, and experts are guaranteeing, you're going to have, unless you really drop the ball, you're going to have some big hits on your hand with Spider-Man, Doomsday, and Secret Wars.
Right.
So if you're able to do a Hobbit, the Mockingjay type thing here, are you going to lose quality inside of the story? I mean, that's more a question, I guess, for you. Are they going to split up and just make one really more action based? Do they have enough story to tell in order to do that? That's my concern. Is it just a money grab situation? Because it's clearly a money grab, which is understood as most things could be, but not. Is it a good money grab? Money grab? So I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's multiple things can be true at the same time, right? Like we've seen this in certain situations. I think you're right. Yeah, absolutely a money grab because Marvel knows the potential of these movies when you put Avengers films together, how much they make if you do them well. And also you got to factor in Justin Kroll's interview the other day in a podcast where he was saying that Feige is essentially on set every day, and this is his only focus is Doomsday and then Secret Wars. Nothing else is
as it should be.
Right. And he understands that. Amy Pascal's doing the Spider-Man stuff. Other people, like, this is my focus because I know that if I don't get this right, the Marvel brand now going forward, it's not going to be successful like it was in the past. So this is my time to redeem it. So him putting more attention on these things and then spreading them out in multiple movies so you get everything fleshed out. I think people want, like you said, they haven't had a good hits. So if you hit 3 hits in a row, if you throw in Spider-Man 4 hits in a row, then you're redeeming the brand and people are back excited.
What's the 4? Wait, what's the 4?
Well, if you do Doomsday and 2 Secret Wars, if you do
and then
Spider-Man,
the
all
4th would be Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then if you want the Russos to be more involved, that's not surprising at all because the Russos were the magic formula, and it's not like they've been successful outside of Marvel. Right. So I think they realize it too. Like, we need to come back and stay here.
Especially if going forward to what he's saying, right, like that, or this report is that they want the Russos to be more involved, and that the rumors that the Russos are going to be involved in X-Men, which would make even more sense, right?
Yeah.
Like if you have the Russos do 3 movies in the 2 Secret Wars, Doomsday, and then they're essentially setting up the new X-Men in those 2 Secret War movies.
Right.
Then you kind of, if they do it right, most of us will be like, "Oh, please give it to them," because they're setting it up.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Jake is filming the movie and making the X-Men movie, but we've heard rumors for over a year now, I think, Kristian, that the Russos were rumored to be taking over as EPs of the X-Men mutant saga. So it makes sense that they would want to continue working with the Russo brothers if that's the rumors we've been hearing for quite some time.
Now, it also makes more sense because they weren't able to do the whole Magneto kid thing, with Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch and all, and that. They weren't able to do that, and they weren't really mutants in the timeline we were given. They were mutants because they were experimented on and given to the Infinity Stone. So there might be a world that you can give, whether it's a variant of the Scarlet Witch or whatnot, and turn her into a mutant and put her as part of the X-Men. Whether or not Elizabeth Olsen's going to want to do a full run again into different movies, who knows? But if the promise is you have basically done so much time for us, people love you, we're going to give you your own movie now. Okay, but she also got her own show.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I think they know that they, as much money as they made a Multiverse of Madness, they made a mess of her storyline when you combine that with WandaVision, right? Because there's a lot of the same repeated beats in Multiverse. So I think they know they've got a character that can be really potentially strong, especially tied to the mutants. Scarlet Witch is a massive part of the mutant saga. So I think they know that they have to relaunch her, in essence, into this new phase of the MCU and give Elizabeth Olsen much more agency, for lack of a better term, over this character. And the fact that she wants to come back and do it, I think that's a great thing. You know, Scarlet, I don't think wants to come back and play Black Widow for an extended period of time, but certainly Elizabeth Olsen wants to come back and play Scarlet Witch for an extended period of time.
So what do you think? Is she coming back for Secret Wars then?
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh, 100%. Because like Steve Rogers is not coming back. What's the first trailer? Of course, I think Elizabeth is absolutely coming back to play it. Yeah, and she should. She's great at it. You know,
the only reason that I don't want it's Famke Janssen that as I found out. The only reason I don't want her to come back.
Is Jean Grey? Yeah.
There's only one reason. Okay. Because I don't want to feel like she lied to me. I don't want to feel like we had something in a meeting, in an interview, a person who was just like a nice conversation. It was a back and forth, and I felt like she was being honest when she said, "I'm not in it." And I know that everyone feels. I know Josh Harris felt that way when Andrew Garfield told him that he was going home. I know that they all feel that way, but come here. I got Rambo climbing on the floor.
What's going on? Who's it? Hey!
You're getting paper? Are you talking? You want to say hi to people? Say how's it going?
Hi.
Look right there. What are you going to say? You going to say hello?
Are you ready for Royal Rumble this weekend? Are you ready for Royal Rumble? Are you going to watch this weekend?
You want to watch Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
You got to give name 3 wrestlers. You can.
Anyone?
Yeah, name 3.
Becky
Lynch, that's a good one.
Becky Lynch, the man.
The Rock's a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
LA Knight.
Okay. LA Knight.
Yeah.
Okay, good. See you later. Anyway.
Yeah.
So when it comes to all of that, I will tell you that she is the comedian. It's true. She what did she say? We were getting ready for the weather 2 days ago, and she's wearing like a dress. I'm like, and I hadn't gotten dressed. I hadn't gotten dressed yet. So I was wearing my shorts and a shirt, and I go, Maisie, you got to get dressed before you go out to sing. She looks at me, says the guy in a short and a t-shirt. That's the guy. This kid.
You're in trouble, dude. You're in so much trouble.
I know. Okay. So when it comes to this move, the Scarlet Witch, everybody else, I think these are the right moves. I really do. I hope your report is right. I wouldn't mind it being split. I think some people are like, oh, let's see how it goes first. If you look at the business side of the thing, I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys? Well, that's not you. Hold on. There we go. What do you guys think about it? Do you like this idea? Do you think it should be split? Should it not be split? Put your thoughts in there. We want to know. Now, I don't know if this is going to be part of what Luke was telling me today in this Taika Waititi story, but
okay.
But I'll read it off anyway, and we'll see if it's part. Okay, Luke, if you can, there you go, perfect. All right, Thor Ragnarok director tells explains why his comedic take on Thor was for greater good. Don't just say oops. Just say oops. Don't explain why you think it was good. Oh, just say oops, please. Let's see. No oops here, John. I think he's gonna try to make up for this. Anyway, following the mixed response, that's nice. to 2022's Thor Love and Thunder. What did you think of this movie, by the way?
I thought it was fine. But I liked Christian Bale, but it's clearly the movie wasn't, it wasn't the best. That's for sure. I'm not going to deny that. But there was great potential, and I like what Christian Bale did. And I liked some of the initial humor, but then, by the end, it just was incongruent. And the cancer storyline with Jane Foster, they tried to play that with kid gloves, which was a mistake.
Yeah, they were juggling 87 different tones. With a Saturday Night Live heavy tone.
Yep.
2000, someone's cooking chicken. It smells good. 2011's Thor served as a solid introduction for MCU's God of Thunder. The movie was only a moderate critical and commercial success, so Marvel Studios turned to Game of Thrones helmer Alan Taylor to put a more fantasy-based spin on the hero in Dark World 2 years later. The sequel received a tepid response, and the studio took a big swing when it turned to Taika Waititi to put a comedic spin on Ragnarok. That was a hit, and after the Russo brothers made Thor a little more serious in Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, Thor Love and Thunder went back to comedy in a big way in 2022. Unfortunately, the movie proved too silly, and even Chris Hemsworth has said it over, indulged, ultimately failed to do the right by Odinson. And Avengers Doomsday teaser trailer has made it clear that the Russos intend to put a new spin on Thor. And Waititi, who isn't expected to return for Thor 5, is excited to see what they come up with now that the baton has been returned to them. Thor was around before me. The stuff that Chris and I did and how we shaped him into that version, that was for the greater good of the franchise as a whole. I can't wait to see these Avengers movies. I was just watching Infinity War and Endgame 2 weeks ago. They're so good. I'm good friends with the Russos. I would love to see what they're doing. He's not wrong. Thor did need a refresh. I don't think either one of us disagree with that. I love Ragnarok. Ragnarok was a huge win, and when it was released just shy of a decade ago, unfortunately, very little about Thor Love and Thunder worked. One possibility for his future is a trip back to Star Wars. He previously helmed episodes of The Mandalorian, and Lucasfilm has his and Christy Wilson Kerner's script in his possession. In his possession, I'm just trying to go back and harness a little bit more of the fun from the original films, which is what I remember for them. Stakes are high and there's serious things going on, but there's a lot of fun to be had in those films. That's what I was trying to bring back. I was trying to work in a world that was a little bit separate to that because they got so many things going on within that space. For me, to do something there, it would need to be a little different and a little bit more its own thing. It's no longer Kathleen Kennedy's decision whether or not this movie happens, as Filoni is now calling the shots. Okay, so many interesting things here. Okay, let's start with the Star Wars part of it. Okay. Luke sent this to me today, and he's like, looks like that Taika Waititi movie's going to happen. I said, yeah. I said, I have a movie. He's like, he's still doing his movie. I said, me too. I'm still doing mine. I'm directing mine next week too. This movie's not going to happen. And I think even more so now that Kathleen Kennedy is not there. Say what you will about whether you're hopeful or not hopeful with Dave Filoni. I think he understands. Look, he's worked with Taika. With Taika. So it's not outside the realm of possibility that and that being said, as much as I don't like Love and Thunder, and as much as I do like Ragnarok, I loved the episode that he directed, the season finale of was Mandalorian season 1, I think.
Yeah.
Thought it was phenomenal. And I thought he didn't write much of it. That's the thing with him. It's the stuff, because he didn't write Ragnarok either.
Right.
It's the stuff that he directs, adds his spin to. He clearly wrote the opening scene in that Mandalorian episode. But if he adds his spin to things with the script, then I think you're in good hands, because I think he's playing a little bit of damage control, because even though he's like, what we did was good for the greater good, but then when he's talking about Star Wars, he's like, he's not saying it's going to be a straight up comedy. He's like, well, no, it's got serious moments, but a lot more fun in it, like the originals, and throw him back there. So he's playing a little damage control, I think, with that. Yeah. But the other thing that makes me not hopeful is when Kathleen Kennedy was talking about that project, the first thing she said was, oh, we read it and it's hilarious. No, thank you. I don't want hilarious Star Wars. Funny moments, humor in it, but I don't want hilarious Star Wars. That scares me. But I don't know. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it's an interesting situation with him, because I think you're right. I think if he's got enough, if there's enough, how can I say this, rails around what he's doing, I think he can deliver some good stuff. But he has an unusual sense of humor. If you follow Taika Waititi from the beginnings of his stuff down there in New Zealand and the kind of style of humor he has, it's very funny, but it can be niche. And that's where you sometimes lose the plot. And I think Love and Thunder was an example of that. Whereas Ragnarok, which had a little bit more rails to it, is so effective because of how good that is. You know, What We Do in the Shadows, very funny, but it's not a mainstream funny kind of thing. So when you come to Star Wars, you're going to have to adjust your style to fit within Star Wars. I don't think here's what I'll say. I don't think the movie as he originally conceived of it is going to happen, because I feel like Dave Filoni is coming in.
That's
You
fair.
and I know sports. A general manager comes in. He does not want to always take on the projects from the people before. He wants to kind of clear the cupboard and start over again. So he puts his imprint on the team. And I feel like Filoni wants to put his imprint on this stuff. But it also depends on how much he has been working with Taika, because we heard from Kathleen Kennedy, the succession plan has been happening for 2 years. So has Filoni been working with Taika on this project over the last 2 years, or was just this a Kathleen
Reshaping it a little bit?
project? Yeah, possibly shaping it, giving thoughts about it, blah, blah, blah. We'll see.
Yeah, look, he hasn't, when it comes to Star, and I don't know how many he's directed. I think he's directed at least 2, if not
Of the shows, probably.
of Star Wars. Yeah, whatever he's done. And I think that, you know, his track record with Star Wars right now is, I don't think is flawed.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Right.
even the stuff that he did when he was voicing the droid in the stuff that I think with the Filoni, he seems to get it. So I mean, which is unfair and fair at the same time. It's like we've always talked about how this business is a what have you done for me lately, and the last thing that I think of with him is Love and Thunder, right? And Star Wars doesn't need that kind of miss right now. It needs a big win. I will be the first person to sit here and say, look, in the way that you look at, for people who just write Rian Johnson off in general if they don't like Last Jedi, it's like I would never just write him off, because I love those episodes of Breaking Bad. I love Looper. I love all these things that he's done. So like, it doesn't mean, and there's a lot that Taika does that's great. So maybe he gets it right. I just don't know if that's the focus. Plus, like if they're only going to do one movie a year or every other year, you got these Kinberg movies. You're not going to, when are you going to see that movie? In 2036?
Yeah. That's the thing. But I think he's much better now when you look at it. If you look at his track record, he only did one episode of Mandalorian, the finale you're talking about. But I think if you look at him as an executive producer, that is a much stronger resume, right? You look at Reservation Dogs, which was really well received. Our Flag Means Death, which was really well received. Time Bandits, less so, but Interior Chinatown was kind of a minor hit for Hulu. And What We Do in the Shadows over the last few seasons. Oh, he's done it for all 5 or 6 seasons it was on. So like, I think his track record is very strong as an EP. So maybe this is the approach with his movie, is that he doesn't necessarily direct it, but he EPs it. Yeah. And I think that might be a better choice to go to make that film happen, to bring in a different director who's going to curtail some of the Taika going off the reservation, so to speak, to go in certain directions. That could be a little bit more curtailed in a Star Wars film that someone else is directing while he's EPing.
Yes, you're right. You just want to see it kind of curtailed in a little bit more, because like what if you give him, and I think that when they gave him Ragnarok, he was kind of like on that, like, he can do whatever he wants to do, just let him do his own thing. And because like I said, I mean, I've quoted this so many times. When we went to that premiere, and I remember going, I knew we were in trouble, because they asked Kevin Feige on the red carpet. They said, because I've seen people ask this question, and they've said, normally you've had movies like not Civil War, but Winter Soldier. It was like a spy thriller, and then you had Ant-Man, which is like this kind of crime comedy, and then you have, so what you're changing up? What's this movie? He goes, this is just a Taika movie. I went, He didn't have an answer. He didn't have an answer for that. He said, this is just a Taika movie. I said, because Taika is funny, but in the same way that I get worried with like James Gunn, you know, when James Gunn's just going to do like jokes, like he's got funny jokes, but are they always relevant for what's going to happen? So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. And as far as the Thor stuff, what's he going to say? Yeah, my movie. I'm sorry, people hated my movie as much as I can. Yeah, you can't say that. You got to do it.
I mean, I think he's right in saying that he was good for the greater good initially, because Ragnarok, because people didn't like those. People overall felt those first 2 Thor movies were fine. Some didn't like the second one, and so you're like, how do I redeem him? Well, let's go Ragnarok, and it was great, but he went too far out with Love and Thunder. So initially, greater good, yes, but in the end, they're now clearly yanking Thor back to a much more grittier approach. Yeah,
well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, I'm going to lie to you.
Okay.
Because I told you last week was the last time I was going to talk about it, but I had to. It was like I see, because when Drew put that out report about the Filoni and Andor stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's so, and then all I said.
Oh, Drew Taylor. Yes.
Yeah. And what we both said was, I was like, if I've met Drew Taylor 4 times in my life, maybe not. I don't know. But like, clearly we were not in cahoots, and I never have spoke to him. And things I've been saying for 2 years, he then 2 years later writes he has the same thing to say. So it's like, clearly, that maybe there's something to it, right? And again, the other thing that I made clear to say was that I never said that, and this was misquoted from a lot of people, is that they've only hated. No, just doesn't think that it's the type of Star Wars that he wants to be making, or that will follow the philosophies of George Lucas. But I saw some video clip of some guy, and he's like, "You've all been proven wrong. You've all been proven wrong, and your reputations are done." It's like, you did not speak to anyone who was sitting in that room with Filoni. Please be quiet. Please be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about. Shave your head. Don't just say things you want it to be true. Well, I saw him on Star Wars Celebration. He was on the stage, and he said he liked it. He works.
Oh yeah, no, of course, all that stuff's nonsense.
He's not going to. Well, Lucasfilm debunked it within seconds. No, they're going to call him that. You're right. They're going to comment for the fact that Dave Filoni isn't a fan of Andor. Your comment? Oh, it's true. He hates it. Okay, thank you so much. Or comment on Dave Filoni. This no comment. Oh, they said no comment. They said no comment. That's good.
Right.
Option 3. Of course, it's not true. I think they bought it. Use your heads.
Yeah.
Use your heads. Anyway.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Now this will. I'm going to pretend that's the last time I'll ever talk about it.
Okay.
All right. Let's get to this.
Ooh.
Sam Raimi has no Spider-Man 4 plans.
Thank God.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, here, you and I are normally on this. You and I are both not big. We're not big Raimi heads, the two of us.
No, we're not.
No, but I'm on the other page with this.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay.
It's more of a business thing than anything else. But filmmaker Sam Raimi has permanently shut down any talks of him and Tobey Maguire reuniting for a 4th Spider-Man film that would follow up his original trilogy at Sony Pictures. Raimi is currently out doing early press for his darkly comedic survival thriller Send Help, which is generally getting rave reactions so far. I'm so bummed I missed the screening for that last week.
It's so good.
Is it? You saw it?
Oh, loved it. Loved it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really missed it. Like, it was hard for me last week to get into the city, but in the wake of the Tobey Maguire's return to the role and Raimi directing Marvel's Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness the following year, speculation has swirled that Raimi's banded plans for a 4th film in his original series could be resurrected. Raimi has now said it ain't happening. Speaking with Screen Rant, he spoke about his continued love for the franchise and the producers that make it, along with Marvel being better than ever following his time working on the Doctor Strange sequel. However, he says that Tobey's Peter Parker and Kirsten's Mary Jane have gone elsewhere, and he's not sure they would fit into the stories that they're telling now. He then says Marvel is really into his Tom Holland's Peter Parker story, which they're telling now, and it would not be right for me to go back and try to resurrect my version of the story. Instead, he's had to pass the torch happily and is honored to have it had at one time and contribute to the legacy. Raimi's abandoned Spider-Man 4 project was rumored to have featured Vulture and Mysterio as the main villains. Comments come as Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of the upcoming Spider-Man, tells comicbook.com that everyone involved in the making of the new film wanted to do something that felt different. It's still the Spider-Man that everyone loves, but this is a new chapter in his life, and that tonal shift was something that was really exciting to me. It felt really different, and it was an extremely gratifying experience. Okay, so should we go with why I think this is a bummer, or should we go why you think this is a good idea?
No, go with why you think it's a bummer. Let's go with you first.
I think Sony dropped the ball tremendously on this right after No Way Home. I think they dropped the ball. They set up such a potential team up between or setting up a new franchise. They did all these side villain, Madame Web, and Lion Face, whatever the freaking Aaron Taylor Johnson thing was, and Craven, and things that just nobody cares about. When they had a chance, the one time, because as where you and I have talked about you might confuse audiences if you put 2 Batman movies out, Robert Pattinson's movie and The Brave and the Bold or whatever. You might confuse them. Some people think you might not.
Yeah.
But where I think a lot of us were on the same page is the reason why you wouldn't confuse anybody with those is because they were characters in a movie that you just set up in a Marvel movie, that they were all there and they had a story to tell that was moving forward. You could have done a Toby 4, you could have done a Garfield 3, and then you could have done a team up and made that a whole thing. Why they didn't put that? And maybe there's a deal with the MCU that says you can't do that. I don't know, but clearly not if they're talking about Spider-Man 4 was even potential here. I don't agree with Raimi that, well, they're doing a Marvel thing here, so there's no story to tell here. You've already set up the fact that he exists in a different universe. You could do that, and now it makes sense. It's not as confusing anymore. So I think Sony dropped the ball more than anybody else. Marvel picked him up, Raimi up for Doctor Strange 2, regardless of what you and I thought about it. And they locked him into it. So I think this is a Sony error. And it's a bummer that they're not going to be able to capitalize on that story that they set up in No Way Home.
I don't disagree with you that they had an opportunity here to take advantage of the goodwill coming out of No Way Home. I think you're absolutely right. You could have launched a Andrew Garfield third movie, as you said, and launched another Toby movie because people were very much happy to see them come back. You watch those reactions, and it was a good movie. I don't care what anybody. I see people bashing the movie lately. You're all idiots. It's a good movie, and so I think they dropped the ball. That being said, though, I didn't like that third Sam Raimi movie. I didn't like Multiverse of Madness, so I don't know that I would have been excited for him to come back and try to do a fourth Spider-Man movie. Because remember, it wasn't Sam Raimi directing that movie, No Way Home. It was John Watts who understood, like, let me take the best of both of these things and put them in the movie and redeem them. And so I think he redeemed the Garfield Spider-Man because that second film a lot of people didn't like, and he redeemed Spider-Man 3 by having the Tobey Maguire Doc Ock moment there and washing that out of people's mouths. And so you had a way of closing the loop on both of those, but neither one of those sequences was directed by the directors who directed those movies in their respective Spider-Man franchises. So there's no telling if they would have been able to be successful making those movies. And I imagine Sony didn't want to invest that much money because remember, this was still where COVID was happening, and the cost of making those movies would have been insane. Maybe they felt it wasn't the right move, and maybe there wasn't a story, there wasn't a script, and there wasn't, there could be a lot of reasons why it didn't happen at the time. And maybe they didn't anticipate the positive responses, so they weren't prepared to go forward. That's very possible as well,
Yeah, I mean, it's true. I don't know. I think that it's not going to happen. And look, do we also think that he's full of it? And maybe he is going to do it?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe.
I don't trust anybody.
Well, no, you shouldn't.
Anymore, but I never have.
Yeah, I've been telling you that for years, and you've known that for years as well. Yeah,
yeah. You don't have to tell me. That's
true.
One quote that I always took from that Benedict Cumberbatch movie, Julian Assange, is people are loyal until it's opportunistic not to be.
Exactly. Yeah.
So about as true of a statement you're ever going to get.
Affects their pocketbook. Yeah.
100%. So, but Raimi going forward and doing something else now. I mean, look, I am also happy that he didn't. There was rumors that he was going to do the Avengers movies. I thought that would have been a huge mistake, and I think that they came to their senses on that one. But if he does another Doctor Strange movie, I'm not going to be like. I'm not even a major Doctor Strange fan, so it's like, okay, he does another movie. People seem look. The movie made $800 million, whatever it did.
Yeah,
$1 million. It's still made a lot of money. And most Raimi people loved it. Raimi, if you love Raimi, then you love that movie.
I know. I guess. Yeah. I have such a hard time. I try to watch that movie, because I always like to be like, well, okay, is it as bad as I remember? Is it as bad? And having Disney Plus, it's easy to go back and turn it back on again. But yeah, it is just
it's a Raimi movie.
It's an utter bore. And if you like Sam Raimi movies, then great. That's why I think Send Help is so good. That's where Sam Raimi exists best. Drag Me to Hell, Send Help, smaller shit, Darkman. This is where Sam Raimi is best. You give him too big of a platform, and you're going to see the weaknesses with him as a director and as a filmmaker. And yes, that movie made a lot of money, so you could argue that. But so did Transformers movie. So if you say one movie is really great because it made a lot of money, then all movies must be great. They made a lot of money. You can't be inconsistent in your fucking logic. So to me, you look at this kind of situation, you go like, okay, great, made money, whatever, but it's not a good movie. All the Dutch angles, all that stuff is just nonsense, right? And so for me, he makes movies for people who like Evil Dead, you know. And so there's the thing where you look at it. There's better directors out there for the stories they want to tell. Especially
there's nothing I hate more on the internet than LOLs. I hate them. I think they're so stupid because there's no way you're really actually doing them. But somebody did an LOL in the chat and they were right, so I'm not going to call them out on it.
No.
I guess I still call them out, but they said that it made way more than 800 LOL. But they're right. It did. It made 955.
Yeah.
It
made almost $1 billion. Yeah.
So you can have your stupid LOL on that one because it was it was almost $1 billion. I mean, the fact that you could see where they'd want to bring them back to do something else. I get it. Anyway.
Yeah, but X-Men Last Stand was the highest grossing film in the X-Men franchise, and they knew that was not a good movie. Didn't bring Ratner back. So.
Well, yeah, but here's the difference. Let's see. X-Men Last Stand. And let's bring up the Rotten Tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what it was. X-Men Last Stand on Rotten Tomatoes was overall, it did, let's see what the 56%.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet you that Multiverse of Madness has.
Oh, it's higher than that.
Yeah, I bet you has about an 87, I'm going to guess.
Yeah, probably.
Which, again, is completely different from the X-Men. Because I think most people 73 actually lower.
Yeah,
lower than I thought. But I'm telling you, most people, I took a friend of mine to see that movie. It was I think it was a premiere, and he's a Raimi head, and it was like I took him to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Afterwards, but meanwhile, I'm like, what the hell was the deal with the piano stuff? Anyway,
Raimi heads are a cult, man. They're definitely a cult. Yeah.
Well, either way, what do you guys think about Sam Raimi not doing Spider-Man 4? Should that happen? Should he reconsider? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. John, we were just talking about box office.
Yeah.
So there was box office that indeed happened this weekend, and I wonder, how it was if the weather affected it at all, because the snow didn't really start coming in until Sunday, but people are still preparing. But let's see. These are the numbers so far of what came in. You got Mercy coming in at number 1 at 11.1. Did you see that one?
I did not. I have no desire to see that one. I just really didn't.
Okay. Well,
Chris Pine in a chair.
Something like that. Avatar makes another 7 million.
Yeah.
But still, it's kind of petering out now.
It's dead.
It's got one. It might, if it's lucky. If it's lucky, it might get 1.4.
Right.
Maybe.
I agree.
Maybe 1.45. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
But I think it's toast. Then Zootopia 2 making another 5 million, and that's a lot considering.
Yeah.
And you've got that movie has made 1.7 so far. 1.7.
Yeah.
It's the biggest movie of last year, hands down. A movie that John and Winston hate, The Housemaid. I called Winston out the other day on his hatred for Sydney Sweeney as well. 217 million for that one.
Yeah.
28 years later, makes 3.6, but it unfortunately by a bomb.
Bit of a bomb.
Yeah, 46 million, which it's a bummer because that's a movie that was good enough to at least break even, I think.
Yeah.
So that movie, I guess the Sam Raimi movie comes out this week.
Yeah, Send Help comes out on Friday, or Thursday night, depending on the city you're in. But yeah,
fairly toast right now. Not a lot. That movie stands out. 11 million. The Chris Pratt movie. So
it looked bad. Yeah.
Is anything interesting right now? I mean, I was looking at big releases I don't think there's a real big release coming out in the theater that people are really going to run to the theater for until Scream. That's like late February.
Probably. Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah, you're probably right. Yeah.
I was looking at the upcoming release.
I mean, Wuthering Heights, I don't know how that's going to do. Is that going to make a lot of money?
It's not. And if it's a hit, it's a hit. I'm saying it couldn't be a hit, but I'm talking about one that people are going to be rushing out to see in the theater. And Scream's probably your closest mainstream one. I think that'll be the first one.
Yeah, Scream 7 on February 27th. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Yeah.
I'll tell you how I know that my wife is making something delicious right now. I can hear my dog yipping to try to get at it. He's like begging at it. So what is mom making? Maisie, what's mom making? Is it chicken or something? It's good. God, it smells delicious. A little peek into the way my brain works in one of my
inner workings.
Yeah. So February 27th is Scream.
Yeah.
I thought so. It smells good. Yeah, and he's yipping. I hear him yipping at it. The Bride comes out March 6th.
Yeah. I'm looking forward
March 13th. I don't know what that is. March 20th. Project Hail Mary, which is apparently close to 3 hours long.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
3 hours.
March 27th, Ready or Not 2.
Yeah.
And then we start. Oh, did you watch the trailer for Super Mario, the Galaxy?
I did. Yeah, the Yoshi one. Yeah, it's cute. Very cute. I liked it. Yeah, I like that Super Mario movie a lot. And this one looks like it's going to be even more fun. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Although I have to say, and people can correct me in the chat because I haven't seen the movie in a bit. Like, is there more of an Italian accent on Chris Pratt and Charlie Day? They're Mario's and Luigi. Are they throwing in more of an Italian accent this time around? I don't know. I thought they just didn't have any Italian accent in the last film.
They didn't in the last one. They didn't really at all. So
because in this trailer you can hear he's got a little bit of I'm going to take a look at a pipe. Like there's a little bit of something.
Trying a little harder this time around.
Yeah, it seems like. So I thought there was a little bit in the speech patterns.
Okay.
You know, and as a voiceover guy, I'm always like hearing certain things. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember I like that movie a lot. I thought that was one of those, you and I talk about this quite often, where the critics were being a little holier than thou with that one. Like, just like, I remember reading some of the reviews and be like, get off of your high horse.
Oh yeah.
Sakes. The movie, I thought that movie did exactly what it needed to do. And it made a lot of money. A lot of money. That movie, the second one will make a lot of money too. But
I agree.
Yeah, as you're going down the line here, by the way, as I was looking, I just had, where the hell was that? Oh, the movie schedule. Okay. So Michael will close out April 24th, and that one to me could be one of the biggest biopics maybe of all time.
Yeah, some people are saying like 3 billion. I've seen some people.
3 billion?
3 billion. That's what I've heard. I don't think that's possible, but that's what I've heard.
That's crazy. Who says that? The Michael estate?
I don't. No, I'm just saying that's what I've heard. Some people think it could be a $3 billion movie. But Michael was huge. Michael was huge.
If it makes $1 billion, that's a win. I think that
I agree.
The only biopic that came close to that was Bohemian Rhapsody, right?
In terms of the that's a good question.
As far as $1 billion, I think that was the only one.
I'll take a look. Yeah, I think that's a good.
It was also the time that you threw a penny into the lake and it made $1 billion back then. So, but May 1st.
Oh, right, Bohemian 910 million. That's insane.
Insane. That movie came out today. It wouldn't make that money.
No. Wow.
But Michael has a chance to do that because of the
that
he has still. And it looks like that because my wife she watched 2 things over the weekend.
Okay.
She had never seen Sinners. And she's not a vampire person, by the way. She doesn't like horror movies, and she really likes Sinners a lot. She really likes it a lot. So she thought it was just an original movie, very well directed. Like she was hooked in that movie, right? And then she watched the Bruce movie, and she said the same thing that most people are saying, is that I think that they really made an error with trying to not do the standard biopic movie with him, like show me how he got discovered.
Right.
Like
that, nowhere.
Yeah, like that Bruce Springsteen movie, like that Bruce needed that type of thing, especially for someone. She's like, I'm a big Bruce fan. She's not. She's kind of casual, so she wanted to see him get discovered, the hits, the ups and downs, all that, and so. Michael, I feel, is not going to do that. I feel like we're going to see the beginning of it. Jackson 5, all that stuff, and that's
the fact that they want to do split into 2 parts. Lets you know how much they're covering of Michael Jackson's life. I agree with you, and I hear you. I liked the Springsteen film as a Springsteen head, but I totally get it. that people, it's not an easily accessible mainstream.
That's what it is.
Biopic, right? It's a much
It
more
mirrors the album. It mirrors the album.
Yes, which is why I like it. It's very much its own thing, and it's insular. It's insular, right?
I'm
and
torn
so
on it. I'm torn on it because it's like, as someone who's a Springsteen fan, it's like I want it to get that kind of love.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And it's like you and I can appreciate that movie for what it was,
right?
But people who want to learn more about him, they bailed, and I think that's why it didn't get the recognition.
Right.
So
right. I agree.
Okay, let's see. And then you jump into, like I said, so that's going to end. And then May starts off the summer season. They pushed Mortal Kombat 2 into May. That really starts off. Well, Devil Wears Prada 2 could do some numbers for the audience. Yeah. Mortal Kombat 2 is very interesting to me where they're putting that in there. Yeah. Mandalorian and Grogu is going to be such an interesting, that's going to be such a big story for when that comes out in this space, because it's like, what does it do overall? How does it do the experiment? It hit the experiment that wants to, and does it make the money that it needs to? And and unfairly, the fingers will start to point right away at Filoni. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you, by the way.
Yeah.
When does his tenure start? Did it start already?
Well, I imagine it started 2 years ago. Like Kathleen Kennedy saying that this transition process has been happening for 2 years. And so that tells me that these movies that are coming out, he has had his input and his fingerprints on. So you can, yes, they're still under the Kennedy regime, but I think you have to share it with the Filoni regime. And so I think that's the situation here. Both Starfighter and Mandalorian and Grogu, Filoni had something to do with those movies as the creative content guy, the chief creative content guy. So
he's also very involved in the Mandalorian in general.
Right, exactly. And so, but his full thing, I think, will be starting, I imagine, with the Kinberg trilogy, right? Because I don't think we're seeing that Rey movie ever. And I don't think we're going to see that Mangold movie. Maybe down the road, we'll see that Mangold movie.
Here's the difference between what I said about the Andor thing and what I'm about to say. I didn't hear anything about this at all. I feel like Filoni put that Mangold thing on the shelf.
Yep.
I think he said no, because I don't think he wants to explore that time period.
No.
I don't think he wants to do the beginning of the Force. I don't think he wants to do any of that stuff. The beginning of the Force stuff, that all originated with Benioff and Weiss.
Right. Exactly.
That was their story. And that's what
they've been asked about it. Yeah.
It wasn't even acknowledged that what I think happened, again, speculation.
Right.
But I think because I've seen this happen when I was working in development, there's a story that the company owns, or a writer comes in, puts a take on it.
Yeah.
They like elements of the take, but they don't like ultimately where it went. Those people leave. And then a new person comes in, and the take that was worked on, whether it's new ideas by that person or not, it's still my story.
Yeah.
Take this. What do you think about this? So what I think happened was Benioff and Weiss came up with that idea about the Force thing too. They didn't like where it went. Mangold came in. They said, hey, how about this? Benioff and Weiss kind of came up with this idea. Would you want to do that? He's like, I like that. I'm going to do that. And it took not that he take their idea, but that initial kind of, where they wanted to play. And I don't think Filoni ever wanted to play there. I don't think he likes the public stuff. I don't think that stuff I have. Birds have told me in my ears when I was sleeping. He's not a big old Republic guy, but when it comes to that, I think Mangold's sitting on the shelf.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this, man? If Project Hail Mary comes out and is a hit, and a lot of people already see a lot of articles talking about it, this could be the first like big picture Oscar, the best picture Oscar contender of the year 2026. So if that comes out and Lord and Miller are a hit, is there another conversation to be had between Filoni and Dave and Lord and Miller to bring them back? To do a film, because people feel like that Solo film didn't quite stick the landing. They would have liked to have seen what Lord and Miller did. If they kill Project Hail Mary, then there is no argument to make against Lord Miller coming back, to be honest. So I wonder, it's new regime.
Yeah, I would need a time machine to go back and see when that was all going down. What was Filoni's opinion in the room?
Oh yeah, good question. Yeah.
Did he like the cuts? Did he hate the cuts? Did he encourage Kathleen to say these aren't the guys? Or did he say, no, we should really look at what they're doing?
Yeah.
And because it ultimately didn't go very well, they're like, oh, man, we should listen to Dave. I don't know. I don't know the answer to the question at all. So I don't know what kind of relationship they have with him. They might have a great relationship with him. And maybe they're like, okay, because that does happen very much so in anything, but wrestling, anything too. It's like, oh, well, so-and-so was there and they didn't want us there. And look at CM Punk, right?
Yeah.
There's no world CM Punk would ever came back and Vince was still there. But he was gone, and even though he didn't have the best relationship with Triple H, he's like, I can negotiate with Triple H. I got have conversations with Triple H, and he did, and he got him back. So maybe that's the same thing here. Maybe not. Maybe it was they were like, I don't like that guy. I have no idea.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I would be talking to Lord Miller if that thing hits. If I'm Marvel, if I'm any big franchise, I'd be talking to Lord Miller.
Sure. I mean, Sony would probably have a best shot at them doing something too, because the relationship.
Oh, yeah, because of Spider-Verse, yeah.
And where is that movie coming out? For what studio?
What do you mean? Beyond the Spider-Verse?
No. Their movie. Their movie comes out?
Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, Project Hail Mary comes out. When does that come out? Comes out on IMAX March 20th. That's Amazon.
Yeah,
Amazon. So Amazon, because speaking of Amazon, there's another story. This could be our last story, I guess, until we get into the questions, because we have quite a few. Let's talk about, because you and I haven't talked about He-Man.
What's up? Oh, the trailer, right?
Yeah, I think we're on. I feel like we're going to be on different pages on the trailer.
Okay.
Which is interesting, because we probably would have been, because we both heard things about it. So let's just go with this portion of it. All right, and here is Masters of the Universe. The trailer sparks debate. I don't even know what the debate is yet. I'm going to guess, but I'm going to. Following the release of the first trailer of the live-action Masters of the Universe film earlier this week, there's plenty of discussion on social media. Much of the criticism on the trailer falling into two general areas. First was about overall Earth scenes, those moments drawing comparisons to Kenneth Branagh's first Thor film, and questions about how much the film's story takes place on Earth. Rumors have suggested very little, as opposed to Eternia. The second, however, came to a single shot, a scene in which Nicholas Galatine's Adam Glenn is sitting at the office, and we see his nameplate on it, along with the pronouns he, him. Most seem to take it for the visual gag it appears to be, a fun play on words on the He-Man name. That hasn't stopped both engagement farming bots and actual people from sparking debates about the film seemingly taking a political stance, according to EW. Conservative author John Dill Arose wrote in a frequently retweeted post, now they're making a Master Universe and giving He-Man pronouns. These people won't stop until they ruin everything. I think that's extreme, but I have an overall thought. Others have wondered if this was deliberately included in the trailer to generate online rage bait, as it successfully kept the film a trending topic for several days now. Okay, so let's get this part out of the way first.
Okay.
The joke.
Okay.
It was a joke. I thought the joke was stupid. I thought the joke wasn't necessary. But I don't think that it was a rage bait. I don't think it's going to mean like, oh, it's a political stance. It was bad. It was a dumb joke. And they're like, it's playing off the name. Yeah. I get it, off of everything else too. But it also, with the way that this is going to rile up people in a franchise you're trying to go, why throw a grenade into the internet right now? Like, why? If it was a really funny joke, this is going to be a joke that really is going to further the story and it's going to move stuff. So who gives a crap what the trolls say? Okay, take your shot. I don't think it's going to hurt it though overall. I think it's just something for people to bitch about. That's part one. So what do you think about the joke in general, and the reaction to it?
Well, I think the problem with it is that the trailer doesn't make a decision one way or the other whether it's a joke or not. It's up to you to decide if it's a joke or not. And I think that's the problem with the moment. Because both sides are pissed about it. Like the left is pissed that they're making fun of people using pronouns, and the right, the anti-woke people are pissed because they think they're giving He-Man pronouns. But it is. I imagine it is a joke. And with the HR, with Shamir Zanad, they're pulling the HR person. It's for a certain angle that you want to take. You can read into that, right? Yeah. But I agree with you. I think the issue is more that why would you do it, especially if you're not going to make a stance on it. I think that's the issue. Yeah. And just because people are excited about it or you get people talking, that doesn't mean box office. Most of the time, it means an underperforming box office. I've rarely seen something being thrown in just to spark rage and that makes people go to the theater to see it. Like, I rarely see that happen. So I think it's a bit of a mistake because they didn't make a decision on where the intention of the joke.
I just think it was unnecessary to do inside of it.
I agree.
But I also think it's a non-story.
Put it in the movie. Don't put it in the trailer, Kristian. That's what I think, especially the first.
I also think it's going to be a non-story overall. I don't think anybody's going to care when it comes down to it. I don't think it's going to do anything. Now, the Earth part of it.
Yeah,
I hated the Earth part of stuff before I even saw it. Right. I don't think it's necessary. I think it's a stupid, lazy device people use all the time in things like this. The one thing is, at least they explain a little bit more of like why they did it. His mother is from Earth. It's kind of like the reverse in the animated. That's what happened to She-Ra. She-Ra was the one that was taken and put somewhere else too and protected. So instead of that, this time they did it with Adam. Okay, fine, but you could still do that without the weird tone that was there. I didn't take, and I don't think that that the way you read it was intended, because I think it is a family-esque movie. I don't think it was a masterpiece joke with the sword. By the way, there was not. It was him going, oh, and he's trying to play, and he's not Arthur, and he can't figure it out. And so, but it was not a. We're both on the same page. It wasn't funny.
No, it wasn't funny.
It wasn't
right,
funny.
Exactly.
But I loved the stuff on Attorney. I disagree with you on the side of it because I watched your reaction and I was looking at your thoughts afterwards. And I disagree with you that the CGI didn't look good. I love the way Eternia looked. I love the way Skeletor looked. I love the stuff I saw in Eternia. And I was just in my head, I'm going, just get rid of that stupid Earth stuff. And this could be something really, really special, and set up a new IP, because I liked everything I saw in Eternia. The only stuff I didn't like was the Earth stuff. But if this is true, that it's that quick, that you're there and then you're gone, and maybe they don't do a lot of this stuff. But like I said to you, I unfortunately heard someone who said this is more of a Love and Thunder than it is a Ragnarok or Guardians, and that makes me nervous. But
well, I mean, seeing the trailer makes me feel like it's Thor Love and Thunder and not Thor Ragnarok, because I didn't laugh. If you watch my reaction, there isn't much laughter as the trailer keeps going in some of those moments. I was initially excited because I like the idea that it's got Superman vibes, that his parents sent him to the Earth to get him away from something or whatever. And he's got conspiracy theory stuff all over his wall. I'm like, that's interesting. But then you make the jokes of him. Yeah, you can say it is. But to me, if I see a guy from behind wrestling, making this move, wrestling on a long sword, and she says, you can't do that here, sir, that to me implies a little bit of a masturbation joke. But you can read it.
It doesn't say you can't do that here. That's what you heard. She says, she says you can't do that.
You can't do that. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't do that. One extra word makes the difference.
Do that in here is very different than.
I don't think it's that different, but okay.
Either
way, it joke didn't work, as you said. But my problem with the Eternia stuff is, I don't think the special effects are that great. It's very reminiscent of Thor, as the article mentions. And even some of the shots, Thor, him jumping in slow motion, that's Thor Ragnarok. And so there wasn't a lot of inventiveness. But I agree, Skeletor looked fantastic. That is not Jared Leto in that outfit. He's just voicing over the character. This is a Mandalorian situation for sure, in my opinion. Yeah. My issues stem from the fact that one of my issues is, why do we get to see He-Man in all his naked glory, but Teela's all covered up? Like, if you can objectify He-Man, let's objectify Teela as well. Let's balance it out, for God's sakes.
No, wait, that's a sequel.
I guess, but I wished it had a little more magic to it for me than we saw. But it's a teaser. We'll see if the full trailer is much better.
It's what the movie did though. The movie got the mainstream audience interested. Yes,
a majority of the people responded to my reaction, loved it. So I'm clearly in the minority. Yeah.
So, but I have a very different relationship with this property than most people do. So I was watching pretty intently, but then I wanted to see people like Ellis called into the show, and he never thought that He-Man should be made into a movie in general, and he was losing his mind. He thought it looked great, right? And then I showed my wife, who watched He-Man when she was a little girl. She used to watch it all the time, and she was like, that looks great. I want to see that. So it's doing the job that it's intended to do for the mainstream audience. It's getting interest. Now, whether that translates into box office dollars, we'll find out when the movie comes out, I think in June. But what it did well was, and what it had going for it is, because it was He-Man, And even when I pitched it back to get it to be made into a movie when I was working at Silver, was the thing that I ran into was that cheesy thing with the purple tiger. How are you going to make that a movie? That's the first thing. Right. So now that it is a movie and it is a trailer, that's what it has going for it, because all you got to do is make it like, oh, it looks decent. Because people's ideas, there's no way they can make a movie like that work. And for the most part, this movie works.
Yeah.
In the trailer, anyway. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
What do you guys think? Oh, sorry, Tom. Hold on a second. What'd you say?
Do you think Orco is in this?
No.
Okay.
Do I think now ask me the second one. Do I think he should be in this?
Yes. Should he be in this?
Okay. Unfortunately, I know he's not in it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Not in it. Right. And so I'm going to spoil that for people, because people are going to be like, oh, wait to see him. And if you're a He-Man fan, you don't expect to see Orco. He's not in it.
Yeah.
Sucks. And I hope I'm wrong. But from what I heard, maybe there's a new version of it. But from what I heard, he's not in it.
Wow.
Okay. But they'll put him in the second one, because that's all I see is where's Orco.
Yeah. You got to have
him. If the movie does well, he'll be in the second one for sure. Wow. And maybe that's the whole. And look, maybe that's Travis Knight's plan, is that the whole second movie is about Orco.
Oh yeah, moving into that area of his He-Man-ness. Yeah.
Okay. Thoughts. Put your thoughts in there about He-Man, everything you're thinking about it, all that. All right, we're gonna get into your questions. So before we do that, I want to ask John Roca about what's going on in his channel. John, what's going on in the John Roca channel?
Hey, yeah, the John Roca channel. Head on over there, youtube.com/John Roca says. I'll probably go on live tonight. I got a lot to say about stuff that's going on. So if you want to hang out with me tonight, please feel free on the new episode of The Truth. I'll finish off watching Wonder Man today as well. So I'll have my initial thoughts on that. Drops tomorrow, all 8 episodes. I like it so far. Good. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to finish it up today and see what's up. And then, of course, we got Geek Buddies, Spill the Tequila tomorrow night. We got a lot of NFL to talk about tomorrow night. And then, of course, Hot Mic later on this week with announcements to come for more stuff going on. So please head on over there, youtube.com/John Roca says. By the way, Kristian, no ads today. I just want to make sure before we hit the questions, we're not forgetting. Okay.
Not today.
All right. Sounds good.
So did you watch the UFC?
I did. Yeah, I watched the Patty Pimblett fight. I did not watch everything. I was going to go live. I was going to actually watch the whole event and go live on my channel. But, the stuff that happened that day, I just wasn't in the mood. So I did watch the Pimblett fight yesterday, because the full fight's on. Yeah.
I told people this was going to happen with me too.
Yeah, I'm shocked Patty lost. I am shocked.
Oh no. I'm shocked. Well, I'm shocked. Well, the poke in the eye didn't help.
Yeah, true.
In the second, was it the second round?
Second round, yeah.
Because you know what? Because he got poked in the eye in the first round.
Yeah.
And then the referee said, "You do it again, we'll take a point off." And he didn't see the second one. And then he didn't. Patty came back and fought a hell of a fight. I think Winston was there, by the way. I think Winston.
Wow.
And Winston went to I know he went to the fights.
That's cool.
But what I said was going to happen about me, and it did, was that I knew that once the UFC, when I had Paramount Plus, that I would watch it. And I watched the majority. I think I watched the entire card. There might have been one, because this is what I like about Paramount Plus also, is they put each fight, they split them up. Like you can watch, you can go back after it airs. I watched a lot of it while it was airing, but you can go back and watch each fight. And they have the whole thing. And I watched a lot. There were some good fights so I'm back watching it. I like watching it, and I wonder how Paramount Plus did with that.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the numbers will come out sometime today or tomorrow.
Really,
for sure.
Really well.
Yeah,
because if you had it and if you think of the amount of people that had Paramount Plus that haven't bought a UFC event, in a long time, B, ever. Right. And how many new fans? It was almost like what happened with Spike TV with like Bonner and Griffin back in the day. It was like one of those things. It was, and that was a good main event to have for your first one. It was a good scrap.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought so for the most part, and I like the fact that they have old fights. So if you like this paper or this event, you can go back and watch other UFC fights and other UFC things that are going on there at Paramount Plus. So to me, that's a positive as well. You can really get in depth in the sport. Smart. It's smart. Yeah. We got 105 so far, but there's a lot of supports from Derek, so we got a little time. I want to ask you. Like, I saw something yesterday. Well, it was funny because Matt Serra is. Well, I don't want to say yet. He's going to be doing a show with someone right now, potentially with someone from the WWE. But
You know, because he's had Karrion Kross on, but he's not a big WWE guy, but he's got relationships and stuff. So we're
Right, of course he does.
Something with someone from there. That's all I can say about that. But it made me start thinking, because I was doing research and other things were popping up in my algorithm. Do you think, because how long is this stupid ESPN deal that they have?
I think it's for the next 5 years.
Ugh. Do you think when that dumb deal is over and they've lost all the money that they've lost from that stupid deal, do you think they ever go back to making the WWE Network? That was the best thing that they've ever done.
I agree. The WWE Network is amazing. I miss it so much, dude.
It was the best.
And the shame of it was they had just fixed the navigation issues on the app to the point that there was such a great experience.
Yeah.
And then they sold it to Peacock and killed it completely. It was so frustrating. I mean, the amount of colossal missteps the WWE has made over the last 8 years or 5 years with their content is just mind-blowing, dude. Why would you make it harder to see this stuff? Like, it just doesn't make any sense, you know?
I have no interest in trying to find out how to watch the Royal Rumble. I usually watch the Royal Rumble every year. And I have to sign into ESPN Plus, or I'm like, forget it. I'll just watch it on Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, I jumped up because it was only $3 more a month for me because I was already on a package like that. So
me too.
I jumped up.
On principle, I won't do it. On principle,
I agree. Yeah, I hear you.
All right, let's get to some questions. Nathan Drake,
right.
How much damage is the lively Baldoni situation doing to Ryan Reynolds' image? It's not looking good. I'm with you. I know exactly what you're going to say. I agree with you. In the long run, absolutely nothing.
He puts on that Deadpool mask, everyone's going to fucking forget about it. And it's more about Blake and Justin and even Taylor now. I think Taylor got really exposed. All these eras people who are worshiping at her sequined altar have to reassess Taylor Swift, in my opinion.
She comes out with a new album, no one's going to care.
Yeah, of course. She's a teenager with a burn book, and she's never grown up, and that's always going to be the truth about Taylor Swift. I don't care what anybody says. But I think it's Blake Lively who looks the worst, and Baldoni nobody looks good, dude. That's the truth. Nobody looks good. But Ryan is going to skate out of this. Ryan's going to skate.
Baldoni gets hurt the most because he's nobody in the grand scheme
on the totem pole.
He's the lowest in the totem pole.
Yeah.
She's going to always have that reputation of like, oh my God, I don't want to work with her. She's the worst. She'll be all right. Unless she gets divorced, but she's going to be all right for a bit. But if she doesn't, if she does get divorced and all that stuff too, like that, then she's going to be in trouble because she had a bad reputation from Gossip Girl, So
yes, quite a few people have spoke about her.
So I think it goes, and Ryan Reynolds will be fine. He'll be fine. He'll have people comment on his Instagram and say things about him here and there, and it'll mean nothing.
Because in the end, what he did was he stood up for his wife, and people will be able to use it as a shield. Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, yes, he stood up for his wife, but yes, there are things that you've heard and again speculated.
About him behind the scenes. Well,
yes. Stuff, and even regardless of what you feel about TJ Miller, some of the stuff that TJ Miller using from during the Deadpool stuff, certain things that people have said in general that he's who knows? I don't know. I've never worked with the guy, but he could be the greatest guy in the world. But there's reports out there too. So I don't. And if he did petty stuff to Justin Baldoni, it's like one of those things where like you protect your wife, but do it in a way that's like
sure.
But I don't know. I don't know what's real and what's not. I have no idea.
Yeah, but it's Hollywood, man. Everyone's just from fucking high school in Hollywood, dude. You know that.
I'm with you. I don't know if I care about anything less than that story.
Yeah.
I know what's going on because I can't get away from it in my algorithm. But if I told you that I read one article about what was going on, I would be lying to you. I don't care. Like I see things about Taylor, I don't care. I see but Ryan, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care. Can 6721. Hello there to you.
Hello there.
Yeah. Mike Joyce, Sir Alan of Penny Tree, Night of 7 Inches. Did you watch the recent episode?
Yeah, good episode, man. I love this show.
Man with the horse with the elephant penis.
They're going all out.
My reaction to that is like I laughed so loud in my office when that happened. It's hilarious. But the show's so good. It's
so good, man. Yeah. Such a breath of fresh air. Such a breath of fresh air.
Nathan, Roka, did you attend the private screening of the Millennium Tribute Rappers' big comeback? You excited for that one?
Oh God. I mean, for all the hate watching reasons, yes. I
You
mean,
should
I'm
do a-
absolutely,
you should do a
100%. I'm going to do a
reaction
review.
on your channel.
I should actually do a reaction to it for sure. But yeah, I mean, hearing how much money they're sinking into this thing and then how terrible the pre-sale tickets are, this thing is going to bomb hardcore. Unless Trump buys out like all the theaters and shit, it is going to bomb hardcore. Or Elon. Right, exactly. Yeah.
Seattle. The Seahawks are going back to the big game.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Look, I will absolutely be rooting for the Seahawks because I just hate the Patriots so much. But this is a good Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah, I think so.
If you're the NFL, you're happy. If you're someone who just goes to Super Bowl parties, you're happy. These are two exciting teams. Like, I don't like the Patriots, but like these are two exciting teams.
Yeah. One on the come up, and one has a guy who wants to prove himself and get the final redemption arc with Sam Darnold. And of course, could be a revenge Super Bowl because the Seahawks, famously threw the ball instead of handing the ball off to Marshawn Lynch and lost that game against the Patriots. So this could be a revenge Super Bowl as well. Yeah.
Now, ton of these from Derek.
Thank you, Derek.
Derek coming in real hot today. And then follow up Mike Joyce. Any Sundance films catching your attention? No, it's the same thing for me, Mike. I don't pay attention to it. And I say this lovingly. I see a man's tweet about Sundance, I scroll right past it. I'm here. But if I see anybody's tweets or telling me how good a movie is, I go right past it because I want to learn about this stuff myself. I want to learn. I want to walk into the theater unless it's a trailer or something I see. Hype will eventually through stories and stuff. It's inevitable to see it, but I try not to pay. I don't like paying attention to this stuff. I don't care if somebody else got to see it now because I'm not going to be able to see it for quite a while. If it's not like 3 or 4 days beforehand, it's a movie. Like I never understood what people did that, like out of the theater reactions or something for a movie that's coming out 8 months later,
right?
Because I'm not going to remember that movie until it comes out, 2-3 weeks later.
And how many of these are actually going to get bought and distributed? That's another element of this. You just have no idea. So
yeah. So no, I have no films. But Roka, I shouldn't speak for you. Anything that's
no. I'm in the same point. I don't go to festivals, man. I don't do it. I don't. And I hear the buzz coming out of festivals, and that's great as a storyline or news item for context or perspective. Great, but I'm not keeping tabs on this stuff. Jeff is or Scott is, but yeah, you and I are clearly. Yeah.
Okay, so Derek, more support from Derek.
Thank you, Derek.
I mean, there's quite a few of those. The next one after that is GoPal support. I'm not trying to leave my house in this. Yeah, I know. I told myself this morning. Because my wife and I were both. We had heard conversations. Like, you're going to try to go, and I was like, I'll try to go in the morning and see what it looks like. And then now I'm now looking like they're doing a good job of my shoes. Like this morning I couldn't see the streets.
Right.
And now I can see the streets.
Wow. That's good.
And the neighbors are doing a much better job than I am at cleaning up a lot of this stuff too. I'm going to go back out there in a little. I got to get my front porch; it's buried. But my cars are now able to get out. But tomorrow I'll probably be back in the office. But today it just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Going up for the Orco show. LOL. Invite Winston. No, I'll tell you why. Because Winston was very kind the other day and said, and I realized this too. This has nothing to do. Winston, I watched Winston and Roka on the plane when I was coming back. I just won't do that as much anymore because I lose money.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just can't do it for having to pay both Roka and Winston at the same time. Yeah. And then you crossing your fingers to see if the topic is the right topic that people are coming in, plus the amount of super chats. It's like, if it wasn't for the fact that the chemistry between Roxy and Mike was so great on Tuesdays and Capes and Cows was what it is, I would make everybody a one-person show. I do it because I know that you guys would get so mad at me if I change that up right now. But like those two shows are costing more than they're making.
Yeah.
Okay. Derek, more support. Thank you.
Hey,
Mr. CJ, Tauntaun, get your Tauntaun, guys. We'll see you in hell. Back to Derek. Thank you, Derek. Hey, Mr. CJ, Roka, you have a snowstorm experience?
Oh yeah, I lived on the East Coast for decades. Yeah, I mean, I experienced it. I mean, of course, in Virginia, it doesn't snow like it snows in the Midwest or whatever, but certainly I've had a couple of snowstorms that were pretty brutal in the 80s and 90s. But yeah, I miss it. I miss the snow. I love the snow. So yeah.
All right. So next one after that, more support, Derek. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
Seattle
Thank you, Derek.
Support for Harloff and Thank you, Seattle.
Wow.
Derek, more support. Thank you. Savoy 4. Wouldn't it be cool if Marvel installed a Doomsday clock in some theater lobbies? Earlier? Yeah, it would be. It might cost a little bit, but I mean, they have it.
Yeah. I don't know if they've got the money to do that, but yeah, it would be a good idea.
I would love to see that. That'd be cool. Do you buy into, and maybe you know the answer to this, that clock is it Russo's has said that there's like hints, and that apparently if you go, because it's like a soft sequel to Doomsday, that apparently if you go into Doomsday at those time codes, there's hints through Doomsday. Not Doomsday, sorry, Endgame.
Oh no, I haven't even seen that. So now I will do that and try that out and see.
Each one is like apparently it's like a soft sequel to Endgame. So like there's like a so like each bit is something like a scene. If you go to the time code of Endgame, I don't know how true that is. It could be just one of those internet things, the same way that we were getting a new episode of Stranger Things. I have no idea.
Remember that?
Yeah, Derek, support. Thank you, Derek.
What's up, Derek? Thank you.
You're currently at 112, trying to put it out of reach. If Broken gets to 200,
come on, 200.
That would put it. I don't know if it put it out of reach, but it certainly would give him a very good stance here. Go pal. Here outside in DC, we got snow overnight, then ice all day Sunday, so the totals weren't high, but extra impassable. Yeah, see, we got lucky. We didn't get a lot of ice. For the most part, we got because it snowed more so than it did, and the rain didn't come in, because that's what we were worried about. We were at the snow and then the rain coming in, but it was only snow.
Yeah. I told my mom, don't leave the house. We could talk last night.
No reason. I saw the funniest video I showed my wife today too. It was like, I don't know what movie this is from, some B movie, but it was hilarious. But it's like live view of seven being in the house with my kids 7 hours after the snowstorm. And it's just like this creature bouncing off the walls and jumping onto curtains and pulling on things. I was like, yeah, accurate. Derek, support. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you, Derek.
RQMD, SMD, sending some support. Got a foot of snow here in my part of Long Island. Where are you? In Long Island. Had to clean driveway plus pass for my dogs to go out, stay safe. Yeah, I got about I would say close to probably 10 or 11 inches, which is crazy.
Wow.
Probably the same amount as that knight's penis. And
I was just gonna say.
Yeah. Derek Johnson, support. Thank you, Derek. And then Starfire.
Hey.
Relax. Doomsday, not filmed with digital IMAX cam, but the Alexa cam supports IMAX digital aspect ratio. It'll be presented in Dig IMAX, or shown in IMAX. If I had my roadcaster,
I just love that the Marvel apologists are obsessed with it's not a problem that it's not showing in the main IMAX theaters. It's shot like this, so it'll show in this and it'll be just fine. And it's like, no, man, you lost out on the IMAX theaters. That is a big deal. No matter how much you paint it or, adjust the narrative or change the excuses or whatever, they didn't get the IMAX theaters. And that is a big deal, because 1% of the people understand what this person just said. Respect this person. Right. I'm not trying to diss this person. I'm just saying that, like, you see them all trying to claim like it's not a big deal, and it is.
Claim an IMAX eventually, sure, is what he's saying. But I mean, after those 3 weeks, I agree with you and disagree at the same time. That I do agree that it's a big deal not to get those screens over Doom, but I don't think it's gonna hurt it. I don't think
we'll see.
We'll see. I think right now Dune can't move now. It just can't.
Yeah.
Unless it moves to 2027, it can't move.
Right.
Now he's Cantley. And
I just watched that scene the other night. Fucking love that scene, dude.
Nice Cantley.
Nice Cantley.
So I think that Dune's going to stay there for in those three, and we'll see how it does in IMAX. I'm rooting for it. Look, we still don't know who he's going to be.
Yeah.
He's got a great track record, but we got to see. From what I hear, the book is just weird, so I don't know. More support from Derek. This is the best. Corn Emperor support for Derek Johnson support. That's great. Scott F. Horowitz, love a nerd show with 2 Yankee caps. I love the Masters of the Universe trailer, and it comes out on my 47th birthday. That's amazing. Will make me feel like I'm 3 again. I have the power. I mean, it was pretty cool to see when he's nice. I have the power. Come on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It was fine. Yeah. I said near the end there were some good shots.
more sport from Derek. London calling from Carlton
Hey.
Runner. Stay safe, Christian, for the snow. Packed weekend for me. A movies Commando, The Princess Bride, The Rip, and H is for Hawk. Did you wind up watching The Rip?
I gotta watch The Rip. I'm sorry, I'm so behind on that. Did you like it? You liked it.
It was it's predictable.
It
was
did
a
its thing.
predictable streaming movie.
Okay,
But
81% on
like,
Rotten Tomatoes.
what is it at?
81% on Rotten Tomatoes. So
I'd be in that 81%. I like seeing them back together again. I like seeing them working together, but it's like you'll pick up on any twists or plot things that within seconds. But
probably.
but I don't care about that all the time. Sometimes especially if I'm watching on Netflix, I'm like, did I enjoy myself?
Yeah.
Sadie, did you like The Rip? Siri goes off. I told you, every time I call my wife, Siri thinks that I have an accent. She goes, and she's I don't have an answer for that. But my wife said she thought it was okay. But I like support from Derek. Brody, Bruce. Have either one of you seen Sandro Rasta, a British actor who recently is in the Starfleet Academy? He might be a good choice for Black Panther or Miles Morales whenever that happens. So there's, I guess, another reason that story. Aaron Pierre is kind of rumored to be meeting with Marvel about Black Panther. I like Aaron Pierre. I think it's a mistake. I think that's another conversation. In the same way that like we're talking about somebody recent. Jacob Elordi. I think it's a mistake for Bond. These are these up and coming actors right now that don't need those movies right now. He doesn't need Aaron Pierre, and he's already got Green Lantern. He's doing DC stuff, and Idris, Damson Idris is on the up and up, but in a different way. He does need this. I think it's going to be Damson Idris, and I think it should be over Aaron Pierre, who I like quite a lot.
Here's what I'll say to you. I like more the Miles Morales possibility, but I think with Black Panther, I think they want to go with a black actor. I don't think they want to go with a light-skinned black actor. I think they want to go with a black actor. And so a darker skinned black actor. And so to me, I think the Aaron Pierre and the Sandro Rasta guy, and I'm liking Starfleet Academy for what it is. I don't think it's great, but I like it for what it is. He's doing a good job. I think for the lighter stuff, yes, but I don't think Black Panther, in my opinion.
Who do you think's getting it? Damson?
I think it's Damson. Yeah, 100%. I haven't heard anyone else come out with it. So I think Damson's for sure.
Thank you, Darren.
Bill, Black Panther is not Afro-Hispanic, Bill, just so we're clear. That's Miles Morales. Go ahead,
Yeah, I think that's what he probably thought you meant. Yeah. I think he thought you meant as Miles, but no, John was talking about his Black Panther. Hill Nillums, 5382. Am I misremembering? Didn't they walk back that Wanda's power didn't come from the Mind Stone in WandaVision, that her power was inherited in her all along? Maybe you're right. Maybe I missed that. Maybe you're right. Maybe I missed that. And if that was the case, maybe that was them essentially setting up the fact that she was, going to be a mutant. Do you remember that? I don't remember that.
I don't remember that. And if they did, great. And we'll see how they play that out with the mutant stuff. So maybe they might use that in a certain way. Yeah.
More support.
Thank you, Derek.
Rasta Sloth, 5620. Did you guys think that Talia Grace from Percy Jackson finale would make an incredible Storm for the new X-Men? I think she would kill it. I did not watch Percy Jackson.
Neither did I.
My daughter is a bummer because my oldest, was such a fan of the books, but I think she aged out. I don't know. I mean, she's 14, but we're aged out in her interest in general. Like,
right.
I can call up to her and say, Vivi, did you watch season 2 of Percy Jackson? Why? Yeah, she didn't want to. So she was such a big fan. So I don't know. She was my. Oh, she's a fan of Percy Jackson, but she didn't want to watch the show. So I don't know. So I thought most people liked the thing, but she was my go-to expert on it. So I don't have her anymore to talk about. But I don't know. I don't know Talia Grace.
She's light-skinned as well. I think they want to go with a darker skin actress for Storm as well. I think Storm and Black Panther, I think they have a feeling of where they want to go with that. Yeah.
I think there's only one choice for Storm.
Yeah. Who's that?
Jodie Turner-Smith.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Jodie Turner-Smith. Yeah.
She's Storm.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No doubts. No doubts.
I think if there ever was a chance for Cynthia Erivo, it's gone, and I think it should be. Nothing against, as like I said, I think she's too small. I think she's a good actress. I think she can sing, but I don't think she's right for that role. And I think that all that
Yeah.
hype was when I thought that Wicked 2 was going to get the big push it did, and the fact it didn't, I think.
Oh
all
yeah,
that,
yeah.
Yeah,
Plus, I don't think. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah,
Sorry,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I don't think Cynthia's sexy. I think Jodie Turner-Smith is sexy, and I think we need to have that element for Storm. You need to have that kind of sexy power element for Storm,
100%.
and especially after seeing Cynthia at these junkets with Ariana, that's not what you want to see from Storm. Jodie has this like really composed, strong, grounded energy, and there's a difference.
Conversation with Steph the other day, and I feel like you'll agree with me more than most, but I think that her press tour with Ariana Grande hurt her in her award stuff.
Well, there was an article that came out over the weekend with some anonymous Oscar voters that were polled, and they said that press tour affected them voting for
I was
her.
right.
Yes. Yeah. They said that.
Right.
Like a few of those people, they said that. Yeah.
Social media can help you and hurt you like that. And those weird interviews did whatever they did in that first round, which was fine in the first movie. But by the second one, the narrative shifted like she was some weird bodyguard for Ariana Grande and was like, doing all this. I think it hurt. I think it hurt her tremendously.
Well, when you have a bad movie, every little thing gets magnified, right? And because the movie was so good, the press tour was fun and people joked about it. But since the movie wasn't good, the press tour now becomes something to hold against you. It's just how it goes. Yeah.
We did that one. Mad Sinister movie that you think needs a remake? I'd love to see a Warriors remake. Also, Harloff, I spoke to Jeremy Renner. He's bringing his snowplow version.
Oh, wow.
Bad taste. So when it comes to Warriors remake, I got to go back and watch the original. I don't even remember that scene. I don't even know if I've seen that movie all the way through.
What?
I know.
Wow.
Warriors, come on, play. I know that. But I don't really remember that movie very well. That would be one that I could probably watch with someone for the first time and be legit by saying it would be the first time you watching it.
Yeah.
But you think they should remake it, or is it just a product of its time?
I feel like it's a product of its time. What gang? Do you want to see a movie about gangs doing weird? Like, I just don't think it would work. I really don't. But it's of its time. And as far as remakes, I always think League of Extraordinary Gentlemen deserves a remake because that film wasn't that great.
No, it was terrible. Michael, stay with there, Kristian. I appreciate the live stream among the madness in your end of the world. Also, support for your kiddo, future co-host. Yeah, she could probably do something. She's she's a character, just to say the least. Colonel Stephen Launch, True Romance and Reservoir Dogs were great Chris Penn movies. Sad that he could not escape the shadow of big brother Sean Penn, although Sean doesn't go. I don't think he had enough time in his young life to surpass him.
Yeah, I think you could have done it. I mean, he's great in Footloose. He was great in a lot of movies from the 80s, like Wildlife. Like, there's a lot of things he was a part of that were a lot of fun to watch him in. And he had every bit of potential to be just as good as Sean down the road,
See, this is why, we all agree that sometimes text does not transfer over in tone, right?
Sure.
Joshua Gonzalez, my glasses comment was a compliment. I kicked the guy out. I came back. So thank you, Joshua. That was very good.
There you go. Yeah.
Support from Derek Johnson. Thank you, support. Met Bull, James. Who's winning the Rumble? I say Roman unless Gunther loses to AJ. In that case, Gunther wins. I will tell you that I don't think Roman will win because I kind of believe the reports that Triple H has been kind of pushing him to the side. Did you hear this?
Yeah. I feel like that's happening too, for whatever reason. But yeah.
Yeah, because I think that when's the Saudi Arabia WrestleMania? Is that next year?
It's next year. Yeah.
Because they're going to lead towards Rock and Roman to that next year.
God.
Rock's going to do it finally because he's going to get the most money he can get from doing it next year. So this year, winning who wins? I don't. What's funny is like we were just talking about with UFC. The opposite has happened with me. I used to watch all the pay-per-views and keep up with the storylines, but now I don't watch them anymore because I'm not paying for it. I'm just not doing it. I'll watch Raw here and there. I couldn't even tell you who's going to win.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it could be interesting. They always they can throw a curveball here, to this whole thing. Will Cody win again? I don't know. Obafemi is a really interesting possibility. He's been really building up out of NXT. Is it Braun's turn? Are they going to give Braun the super push? There's a lot of questions. I don't know who's going to win.
That's true. He could, and then because he'll probably beat Punk at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I think he will.
Yeah. I did watch that match. And then Colonel Stephen Lockjaw said I could have watched a cop trilogy with Chris Penn and Tom Sizemore from True Romance easily. They have incredible chemistry and hilarious. RIP to two legends. True.
Don't do drugs. I mean, there's no greater example for not doing drugs than seeing how many young, incredible actors from the 80s and 90s we lost because of drug addiction.
You know what happened to Chris Penn? Did we lose from?
Yeah, it was a heart attack from the drugs. Yeah.
Thank you, Josh. Clip Champ Razor. Hickman's Secret Wars is a world building masterclass. Would love to see a side story in Battle World and live in a Game of Thrones-ified MCU for a bit. I mean, I kind of want to. I read Secret Wars when I was a kid, and I don't remember any of it. The only thing I remember from Secret Wars is when Doom took his mask off. That's all I remember.
Right.
But yeah, I remember how popular it was for sure.
Yeah. I like
do you remember the story pretty well?
Yeah, I still have the original issues. I have them in a box. They're in my comic book collection of the Secret Wars. And then, of course, the Hickman one, which was a few years ago. That one I have as the collected works. Cool. But yeah.
Hank Pym, Sinners versus Dust Till Dawn. Would you rather Sam spit in your mouth or a foot shot from Sam Steinfeld, please? Yeah, 100%. In the scenario that he was in.
I guess so. I guess so. I guess the spit.
It was just random. Got the holder. Just standing on the street drinking a coffee, and then she does it. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
In the scenario, it was kind of called for.
That's true.
Wiley, OFC. Being snowed in, I watched a bunch of movies like Poetic Justice, The Snapper, Bet Off Dead, The Birdcage, and City of Angels. A lot of fun watches. Those are fun.
Interesting choices. Yeah,
those are interesting choices. Random. I mean, very, very.
Very random. Yeah.
Yeah. Very diverse.
I love Better Off Dead.
Yeah. Go Pal. Mercy is interesting in that it opened this weekend. I didn't hear one word until like Thursday, and I didn't hear Rebecca Ferguson was in it until yesterday. Yeah. I mean, you have no interest in seeing that one, huh?
I don't. It just looks so bad. But we'll see. I might get a bug up my ass on Wednesday and go see a Wednesday afternoon screening of it. But it does not look interesting to me at all. It looks like one of those January, releases that we've seen.
Okay. Stephen Longshot. New Scorsese psychological drama with Leo, Jen Lawrence, Mads Mikkelsen, Patricia Clarkson for swimming in 3 weeks. Y'all excited? Yeah.
Very, very.
Yeah. How could you not be?
Yeah.
Could you not be?
Good cast.
Yeah. John Draxton. Hey guys, what's your feeling on Hodgson writing Batman? I'm betting Gunn may leave based on how Reeves' film does in 2027 versus Man of Tomorrow. It makes sense to gravitate towards what's making more money. Thoughts? I think that you got to see we'd be in a different conversation right now if Paramount would have bought them.
Will you do it solo? I got to use the restroom real quick.
Yeah, sure. Well, no, you can't leave for this one. You got.
I'll come back. I'll come back and answer. I promise. I'll be back before you're done.
Take a quick quiz. Okay. All right. So when it comes to, let's start with the Hodgson writing Batman. I said Batgirl and those other things, and she did write Bumblebee, which I liked. The question is, was that script great? Not necessarily, but she was a good script. It was probably my favorite Transformers live action for sure. Catwoman, or not Catwoman, Batgirl, I never saw the light of day, so we don't know. From what I remember, I didn't really love Birds of Prey. A lot of it, I don't think I finished it. But we have to see how the team up is going to be with her and Muschietti if Muschietti is indeed doing it. So as far as Gunn leaving based on Reeves' film in 2027, I think it's more so of what their new contract that they signed ends before the Netflix stuff even goes into play. So the numbers that what comes out, before the new contract gets renewed, and then the conversation with Sarandos and everyone else, if the deal does go through with Netflix, is going to be the interesting side of it. So I don't know, but I'm curious to hear what John thinks about this in general.
Yeah, I heard what you were saying. I agree with you pretty much for the most part on Christina Hodson.
Oops, sorry.
Bumblebee is the one where you saw what she could do. And so, because that's like the one that's the least altered from her original script. And that was a good film, as you said. So I hold out, but I also don't think she's the main writer. I think this has gone through, as Gunn has alluded to, multiple writers. And I think they're changing depending on what they want to do down the road. Because already Gunn has said that like they're not putting out a Batman movie until Batman 2 comes out, and then they'll focus on doing a Batman. So we're not even seeing it till 2028 or 2029 at the earliest. So we got a ways to go. And just because Christina Hodson is the writer now doesn't mean that by the time they actually put this in motion, she will be the writer of the movie down the road. So that's another thing to consider on this. And as far as Gunn and Reeves, I think Reeves is perfectly fine if Gunn is perfectly fine if Man of Tomorrow does well. If Clayface comes out and does relatively well, and Supergirl does well, then there's no argument to be made about kicking him out. And so I think there's a path they're walking down. But I do think the Reeves universe will still exist in its own realm. If the Batman Part 2 comes out and is really good, you'd be a moron to walk away from that.
Yeah, Netflix is going to change some stuff up, I think.
They always do. Yeah, they always do.
Is this a take that you have, or is he just Colonel Stephen Locke or Roca? How was Babylon disrespectful to Latinos? Is that a take that you have?
Yeah, because at the end of the movie, this is a Latino who's come across the border to make a life in the film business and the film industry. And what they're telling us is that this Latino who worked hard, who achieved status, who moved up the chain, is going to throw away his life for some drug-addicted white actress. Like, it's just so insulting on so many levels at the end of that movie. It's so stupid. And to me, it's so frustrating because, yes, the relationship is built up, but there's no way he's going to toss away his life just to go after this.
You don't know dudes that tossed away.
I know dudes. I don't know Latino dudes who've done this.
They're all dudes. I don't know. I think that there are definitely times that people just do stupid things in general. I'm not going to defend that movie enough because I didn't like it. I like the first 45 minutes of that movie a lot.
I like the first 2 hours of that movie a lot. And then when they get to that ending, I'm like, no way he's going to toss away his entire fucking career from some drug addicted white girl. Get the fuck out of here. It's so ridiculous. It was so insulting. Yeah.
John,
she was in danger. Ooh, she was in danger of her own making because she was a temperamental, emotional drug addict. Like, no way. Get out of here. Go ahead.
John DX Dragon. I meant Netflix choosing a side based on how audiences respond in 2027. Sorry for not being clear enough. Everything is calm, but it can change. Netflix is going to respond to money. That's what Netflix.
Yes, 100%.
Especially when they're in a new business of theatrical, because they're not even going to, they're going to be putting in theaters longer than they normally have in the past. So they're playing a new game for a little bit. But they're also going to have people looking and seeing what the audience is saying and what the audience wants to see. They might say, hey, it seems like the audience wants both of these things, so continue to do what you're doing.
Exactly. And Netflix has no problem putting their finger on the scale. Like we saw that with Avatar. Like they kicked out the original creators of Avatar to take over the live action Avatar Airbender because they're going to do it their way. Same thing with SAG Awards. They changed it from the SAG Awards to the Actor Awards. I had that on good authority that it was Netflix who did that. And so they have no problem stamping their style on stuff. So, yeah.
Hey, Mr. CJ, what did you guys think of the Austin interview with CVV? It's funny you asked that because, I try to watch as many interviews as I can, but sometimes I don't have enough time for it. But one of the things I listened to when I was on the plane, one of my trips to LA to New York, was either there or whenever it was, I listened to that full thing. And I thought it was phenomenal. That was great.
Yeah.
Great conversation. I thought Chris, as always, asked really good questions, and I like the answer.
The one I rewatched the other day again is the Chelsea Green interview. I think that's one of the best interviews he's ever done.
She's done a few of them with her. The one at in San Diego.
Yeah, in San Diego, which I wish I'd known about. I would have fucking driven down for. I wish I'd known about it. So, because she's great. I love her to pieces. And I think there's no one more ready-made to get on a sitcom or go start doing comedy movies than Chelsea Green. And so I just love rewatching the interview with him and her on that stage because they just have such great chemistry, and he gets such great answers and honest answers from her, which I think is awesome.
I thought another one I thought was pretty good. Not with him, but Liv Morgan on Stephanie McMahon's show is pretty good.
Oh, really? Okay.
Did you see it?
No, I don't watch anything. I don't watch anything Steph does. Go ahead, man.
All right. Nathan Drake. Did Roca like the toy with Richard Pryor?
I mean, I was a young adult, so yes, but looking back on it now, it's a very problematic movie. A white dad buying a black man to be a toy for his white son. That is a bad fucking movie. Yeah, but I mean,
the whole point is like he has that whole thing about slavery and the stuff that he does.
Yes, no, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But it's still,
it was his stamp on it. Like the whole premise was problematic, and that was Richard Pryor's brilliance. Is what he I love that movie. I love that.
Okay. All right. You
Wonder
asked.
Whale. Wonder
You-
Whale. James Diesel, 1468. Well, look who's back. Warriors, go Pats.
Ugh.
Stop that.
You
Matt
played
Bergen-
nobody. You played nobody, and you played them all in the snow, and you played a backup quarterback, and you played a quarterback who threw 4 interceptions. You have not proven yourselves at all.
You're lucky the Giants aren't in it. Matt Krugman, hey, Roka, sorry about your Rams last night. After you guys knocked my Bears back into their cave, I was rooting for you. Great season for both of us. Are you a Rams guy?
No, I've worn Rams gear because I lived in LA, but I'm very much a Commanders fan. But I like the Rams. Yeah, I was cheering for the Rams. I was. But.
All right, so here's the difference between what you just said and what Winston and Marshall did with the Dodgers. I respect your answer very much so. I respect you. You said, I wear it. I wear the gear. I live there. I wear it. Yeah. I root for them if they're in it. You're never going to hear me say it. But if you're full on Rams gear rooting against whoever the Giants or whoever they're playing, and then you're going to the parade because you're the Rams specialist, that's when you're going to get the same type of treatment that Winston did.
Yeah.
Guys, the Dodger fan. Yes, come on, get out of here.
No.
Okay, let's see. Next one. James Diesel, going to be fascinated to see Michael's streaming and piracy numbers. How many hate watches occur just by checking on how they handle some of this stuff? It's true, because remember, they were supposed to. The main question was that Fuqua did something that he covered the scandals at the end, but then that the state didn't like it. So I don't know what the truth is behind it. I'm not sure.
Well, what does he mean by streaming and piracy numbers? I don't know what that means. Like, when it finally comes on to digital?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe so. Maybe,
okay.
Because
it's coming out in the theaters. This is not a streaming movie. Michael is coming out in the theaters.
Right.
Want to show clear for people.
Sure. Sajan became a new member. Thank you, Sajan. Good time to do it. Armada, did you all watch Fackham Hall? Looks like a Naked Gun parody of Downton Abbey. Trailer was funny. No, I've heard about it. I heard it was funny, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, I did not like that trailer, so I'll have to disagree.
Okay. Yeah. Derek, support. Thank you, Derek. Haskell, so much shoveling. I got 14 inches with 3 to 4 snowdrifts on the side of the car. I do multiple shifts because it's easier than shoveling. That's fair. Wow. Multiple shifts. Wow. Yeah. James, He-Man literally has a pronoun in his name. I mean, he does. It's true. Well, it's also, but it's it's a very different time, and the internet is stupid. Derek Johnson, I need He-Man to succeed because it's my gateway to one day getting Thundercats. That's not crazy though. I'll tell you why. Just maybe Silverhawks love action. Goatman and Fisto in the trailer makes me hope this will be good. I'm hoping it'll be good too. But like Adam Wingard has been trying very hard to get that movie off the ground, the Thundercats. Yeah, it's his dream project. And he just had, what did he have recently? I'm surprised that it's not off the ground already, because the last movie he did was the very successful Kong and Godzilla, the one where they teamed up together.
And he's not coming back for the next one. So
no, give him the Thundercats movie. I want to see him. I think that Derek's right though. I think that if He-Man does well, you watch that Adam Wingard Thundercats movie will get greenlit fast.
Yeah, probably true.
More support. Yeah. Gregory True. The Masters trailer was awesome. No certain joke I saw. Do you understand what he means there?
Just the he/him, I guess, but I don't know.
Okay. Haskell, what makes you laugh harder? Thor's Sweet Rabbit, that makes me laugh. The goats in Love and Thunder, that makes me laugh. Or Deadpool's baby knife in Deadpool Wolverine. Let's go, Sam and C.
Seattle.
Yeah, Sam and Seattle. So I'm gonna say the goats still, as much as I hate that movie, it's like a thing. It's just the thing that makes me laugh every time. Even when I was watching with Sam and knowing how much I was hating having to watch it.
Yeah.
It's like it just makes me laugh every time. Every time, and I don't want to. Even if I tell myself not to, I still laugh at it. Then Sweet Rabbit, Baby Knife doesn't really make me laugh too much.
No, I think the goats, and I know it's a joke that had already been going on, but it still works. God damn it, it still works.
The joke,
the screaming is just so perfect.
It kills me. Israel's Eric, not watching live. I hope the storm was not terrible. Here in the Montreal area, it's not terrible. The streets are very slippery. Lots of accidents.
Oof. Yeah, careful.
Maisie, you want to do a quick interview? You gotta hurry up. I only have a little time. John's gotta go soon. Do a quick one. All right, so I'm gonna ask, but you gotta answer the audience. Ready? You look right there. All right. So what's your favorite movie of all time? Come on, why do you sing all the time?
Hey, Maisie, you need to step up to the plate here. We're live on air. You need to speak up. What's your favorite movie? Go.
Well, I can't remember. It is the one I remember is K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So you want to sing a song or no? No, not right now. All right. Well, you don't stop talking when the camera's off, but when the camera's on, you quiet it up, right? Yeah. All right. Thank you. I love you.
I love that.
Get out of here. All right. Okay. Now watching live. I hope this number. Okay. Next one.
That's a non-union actor if I've ever seen one. Turn the camera on. Can't say the lines.
1,000%. Here's to the best comedian in the Harloff household. Your daughter. Yeah. Hey. She just froze up. Let's see. So next one. Derek Johnson. Anyone heard of the status of Voltron? There was something on there recently, wasn't there? Something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure. Okay. So let's say after that. Gopal, have you heard if the Filmation music is He-Man? It was in this minor teaser, but it wasn't in the major one. I think you can really turn that into something. I hope that it is. Bill, thoughts on the Royal Rumble card? What is the card?
Ooh, Cody, Braun, Roman. Let's see here. I was just looking at it actually. All right, here we go. Cody, Obafemi, Shinsuke, Austin Theory, Dominic, Rusev, Sami Zayn, Penta, Bronson Reed, Finn, Brock, Braun Breaker, Carmelo, probably AJ, Ray Phoenix, Roman, Damian Priest. Those are probably the ones that are showing up LA Night. So
you think AJ's going to beat Gunther?
I don't think so. Would they want it? I mean, is the Gunther run that bad that they would take it off him already? I don't know. It just seems weird. It would be weird to me.
This is not true. Why the F is Travis Scott in Odyssey?
He is in the Odyssey.
No, he's not.
They just dropped the trailer yesterday during the championship games.
Travis Scott in the Odyssey.
Yes, he's banging a cane and he is speaking. He is the chorus of the movie.
What?
So, yeah, dude. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why.
Who does he have nude pictures on? Who does he have nude pictures on? How is he doing all this stuff?
I don't know. People like Travis Scott.
Who likes him? I've never heard anyone say that they like it. I've never seen anyone who ever talked about him. I've never seen a Travis Scott fan in my. Okay, I'm going to ask the audience right now. Maybe
Bill just said Travis Scott is so dope. Let's go. He just got it.
Okay, wait a minute. So I really want to hear from the audience. Yes or no? Are you a Travis Scott? That's all I want to say. Yes or no?
All right.
Let's see what
I don't know. Our audience is a Travis Scott. Our audience is a little older, Kristian. I don't know.
It's not though. You'd be surprised.
Okay. All right.
We did that recently. So I'm trying to say yes or no. No. So 2 no's so far. See okay, a lot of no's so far. I haven't seen a lot of yeses. But a lot of no's so far. Tons of no's. Tons of no's. I'm just saying, I've never seen a single person say, "Oh man, I love that guy." All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
All right, so next one. I can't believe that though. Mad Dog, Fallout releasing episodes Tuesday 6 p.m. Pacific now. Have you watched the new season
of which one?
Fallout.
Yeah, I'm 3 or 4 episodes in. It's just starting to turn that corner because the first couple episodes were a bit of a slog. But it's starting to turn that corner. So, yeah, I'm going to catch up in the next couple of days.
Okay. Next one after that. And that is,
bro.
Once the Warner Bros. Situation gets settled, do you think the DCU will be de-gunify and turns out less quirky movies like they've done so far? Make more Marvel-esque projects. Reynolds is selling his share in F1. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay, so let's see here. No, I don't think they will. I don't, and degunify. I don't think that's the whole situation that they want to do. Listen, Superman movie made money. It reinvigorated the brand. Why are people trying to kick him off of DC? I don't know what fantasy land you all live in, but WB is very, very happy with what James Gunn did. You may not like it sitting in your pool of friends at your comic book shop, but DC is very fucking happy with Gunn. And if Supergirl kills it, and they put a new spot last night, which I thought was a lot of fun, and Man of Tomorrow kills it, you're not degunifying anything, you know?
Big Bang OT4. Aegon the Conqueror as a movie or TV series? I would think they're already working on a TV series about that.
I think so too. Yeah.
Big Bang. Lucasfilm needs to adapt KOTOR now. They should have adapted it 10 years ago, but it almost happened. They were talking about it, and now with Filoni in the helm, it'll never happen.
Well, Kevin says that he doesn't think. Kevin says he has sources who tell him that Filoni's not a KOTOR fan. So I don't know
that he's not a KOTOR fan.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Big Bang OT4. Prime Luke versus Yuzan Vong would be epic. Now there's a video being made like, all of a sudden he's not a fan. He's talked about how good it was.
There's interviews with him where he says he loves KOTOR.
That he's seen that it was a game on the shelves. It means he likes it. Haskell 420. Has John seen? Did you see that?
Which one?
Wait, hold on a second.
Is that a clip?
Did you shit in there?
You got
Is he asking Roxy?
No. Yeah, ask Roxy.
She's on the camera. I don't know. I didn't watch the show.
No, but I'll send it to you. It's
that's hilarious.
Pooped in the bed.
Oh.
It's hilarious. Mr. J. Anderson, for the Rumble, get a VPN, change location to Canada, and use Netflix. All W Network. That's a great idea. But again, you know what it is? That plan is a great plan.
Yes.
I am too stubborn to even try that plan. It means I got to do this.
It's literally 4 or 5 clicks of the button. I watch British stuff all the time, way before it gets here in the States because of the VPN. So you should definitely invest in it, man.
No, RQ and DSMD from near MacArthur Airport. Okay. Matt Krugman, I don't think Marvel is worried about not having the IMAX window. Would it be in their benefit to re-release it in IMAX months later to get people back? Maybe. I do agree with him though. I don't think they're that worried about it. Otherwise, I think they would move. If they were really worried about it, they'd move. I don't think they're worried about it.
They missed out on it. I think, Marvel has made a number of missteps over the last few years. So them missing out on the IMAX thing, thinking WB was going to move, it doesn't surprise me. They think they're the top dog and they got smoked. And I think they are worried about it because IMAX theaters have become a bigger part of the revenue of films than ever before. So I think it is a big miss.
Big Bang, OT4. Sinners for Best Picture upset. No.
I think it's in play. After 16 nominations, I think it's absolutely in play.
This is what I keep telling people.
Go ahead.
16 nominations. Yeah, look, and this movie deserves every nomination that it got, and I love that Delroy Lindo got.
Yeah,
it was nominated for all the awards that it was nominated for, and the big awards were all ones it was predicted to be nominated for. It was the reason it has extra nominations is because of the surprises. Delroy Lindo, a couple other things. One battle after another had 13 nominations.
Yeah.
It was only 3 less, and it's been winning everything.
It has.
It doesn't, just because you had more nominations in other categories that weren't supposed to be nominated, doesn't mean that it's going to win now. I don't think it's going to win. I think that it's pretty much a lock that One Battle will win. I think it's a lock that PTA will win. I think it's a lock that Timothée Chalamet will win. I think it's a lock that Jesse Buckley will win.
I think Chalamet's a lock. I think Buckley's a lock. I don't think Best Picture and Best Director are locks anymore. I don't. Yeah, I think it's more up in. How about this? It's at least a race. Where what it felt like a lock before, it now feels like a race. Yeah,
sure, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Haskell 420. I retweeted to both the article on the Doomsday Clock Times.
Oh, cool.
Figured it out as I correlate to each MCU scene. That's awesome. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Armada.
Thank you.
Saw that Peter Jackson hasn't directed a drama in a few years because he had grief after his DP passing. I hope Peter will come back and do one when he's ready. Me too. I mean, that guy. He was always to me the epitome of someone who just loved to make movies.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Yeah.
Corn Emperor. In that case, any chance they were Magneto's kids? I don't know. It depends on how they're going to do it and who's Magneto. We don't even know who Magneto is yet.
Which Magneto is going to be the father of these kids if they are? Yeah.
Battery I4B. Jamie Lawson for Storm. David Johnson for T'Challa. David Johnson I love, but again, I think I shouldn't say he's too small. He's smaller, but I don't know how T'Challa necessarily needs to be. But I look. You're not getting arguments with me with David Johnson.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. I got to be honest with you. I'm not a James Lawson person. Like I thought she was the least effective person in Sinners, and she had nothing to do in The Running Man. So it's tough to judge her. I mean, I liked her in The Woman King, but like I don't know if she's the choice.
I liked her in Sinners, but you're right. She didn't have much to do.
Yeah.
I didn't, and it wasn't that I didn't like her in Running Man. She just had no chemistry with
zero with Glenn Powell. Yeah.
Big Bang OT4. Great to have someone that truly loves Star Wars in charge with Filoni. Hope he brings Star Wars back on track. That's not an argument that you're going to hear back from me, that it's not good to have someone who loves Star Wars in charge. That aspect of it, that's a major positive.
Yeah.
It's his lack of experience and childish writing that I have a problem with. But the love of Star Wars and storytelling, you're not going to get a disagreement there with me. The little Yankee, tip of my Yankee cap to both of you two. Draw. Who would have thought coming out of the 2018 draft that Darnold would be going to the Super Bowl before Alan Lamar, the number one pick, Mayfield? I'm happy Darnold found a place to thrive. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting Super Bowl. I'm probably going to be watching it at the office because I'm going to do the trailer reactions.
I hope it's a lesson to everybody. Like, life is a marathon. It is not a race or a sprint.
Yeah, it's true.
And you may stumble out of the gate, but it doesn't mean you can't find yourself in a better situation and go ahead of the people who look like they're way ahead of you. You just never know.
Legend M600. You guys see the Seahawks game? Go Hawks. There you go. Yeah. Shoot.
Good game.
Go Pal. Interesting. I like Babylon fine when I watch it, but turned it off after 2 hours because my old ass needed to go to sleep and never got back. Stuff that was really interesting with it, but then it just kind of turned to nothing. Joey Pedro popping in to ask for updates for the pilot. So now I'm probably gonna I just sent over to both my writing partner and producer my suggested tiers, and then they're gonna add their notes to it. And then when we sign off on it, hopefully we're going to start to make a plan of when everybody gets announced on the show. So that's the next we're moving. I'm waiting for people to get back from. There's some people who were involved who are at Sundance right now. Colonel Stephen Longshaw, Silence of the Lambs on the channel. Winston Sam. I feel like everyone has seen it, but I'll ask Steph and Winston. They're probably the only two that probably have. Sam's definitely seen it. Eric Johnson support. Only a few more left.
Okay.
Years in the Rain. They're risky ones, but would the Blade Runner films be something you and Sam could react to? Sam's going to be tied up for a long time. You guys got to start suggesting some stuff for me or Winston or Steph, because Sam's got the X-Men films and Harry Potter and Star Wars and Hobbit and all of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. We're going to be Sam's going to be busy for a long time. Lockjaw, did you like the very ending of Babylon where they showed the history of cinema with Terminator 2, Jurassic Park, Matrix, Avatar? I don't even remember. I saw it 2 years ago. I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was fine. I love cinema is what it basically was saying, which was nice, but
Hank Pym, any performers you thought would be massive but never got out of there, just disappeared. Some for me are Taron Egerton. Yeah, he still hasn't had a chance yet. He's a good one. Dane DeHaan is a good one. And Micah Monroe. I don't know Micah Monroe. I remember my brother thought when Troy came out that oh my God, what was her name that played Helen Troy?
Oh yeah, Diane Kruger.
Yeah, he thought she was going to be huge, and I said, I don't think so.
Yeah,
right. So, so I'm not sure. There's tons of ones that I think of that I know that if other person would be huge. I'll tell you, we'll find out if I'm right about Brandon Sklenar. I could be wrong about him. Ask me in a couple of years.
Yeah. Eric Bana is the one I always think about.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be way bigger.
Eric Bana was like, you know what? That version didn't work. Let's make a new version. And then they made Pedro Pascal.
Yikes! Yeah, right? Maybe
it's like they remind me of the same kind. It's the same kind of aura. Aura. Just one became a massive star, and one became one that people liked, but it just never got there.
Yeah.
I guess Chris Pine is someone too. I thought Chris Pine would be bigger than he is.
Chris kind of just right. Chris blew up with Star Trek, had a couple things, but then
Moises, did you like Adria Arjona for the Housemaid sequel? Is she in the sequel?
I don't know. But yeah, sure. I'd put her in the sequel with
you were the
Sydney Sweeney.
Like her for Go Pal. Who's Travis Scott? Fair.
He's a guy who has 60 million followers on Instagram and 13 million on Twitter. And
the guy who ruined WrestleMania 41.
Yeah, he did. And he did the final track for Tenet. So that's how he knows Nolan. That's how they got to know each other. Yeah.
Okay, good. 28 Vasco. Travis.
Yeah, there you go.
Where we're going by doing so. Okay, he's a huge Nolan fan. All right. Well, there you go. Hank Pym. How did Sinners get a VFX nom over Fantastic Four, Tron, and Thunderbolts? That's a good question.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There were more snubs this year that I couldn't believe over like certain people who got nominated over other people who I thought would definitely get nominated.
I think people are watching less and less of these movies, man.
Yeah,
there's so many more in contention than ever before, which is why I think some of the categories should be expanded. But like, there's so many to watch. I think people just tune out and don't watch, especially superhero shit. A lot of them don't watch it in the Academy.
Argo 45-12. You think Christian Bale and Thor was the most wasted casting opportunity in MCU? One of them. He's such a great actor. It's a shame waste on it. Yeah, one of them because he was the best part. I agree with you. He was the best part of that movie.
Yeah, Walton Goggins was a waste in Ant-Man and Wasp. So they do waste actors.
Yeah, they do. Waste Seeker, are you? Greetings from Ukraine. Stay safe. With the recent news of a new Jackass movie, which film stunt was your favorite? I didn't know that they were doing a new one. They're doing
Yeah, they're doing a new one.
I was like that big hand they smacked.
It literally is going to be my answer. The hand is the greatest stunt ever. The greatest stunt ever.
Love that hand. Colonel, no, you know what I also liked? I also like when the big fat dude would chase the little guy, would chase the and they both be wearing tidy whiteies like running through the streets. It just made no sense. It was so good. So good. There's some really great ones.
Yeah. I love that series.
Colonel Lockjaw, Sean winning should be a lock, but it ain't that. That was my lock about after I saw the movie. I was like, no one's touching him, but he hasn't won a damn thing.
Nope. And I don't think he's going to win an Oscar either. So
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either. He wasn't. There was nothing. Like he was winning. He's winning nothing.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win? Do you think it's going to be Lordy or?
I wouldn't be surprised if Benicio pulls a shocking win. I would not be surprised.
I think they're splitting votes.
People love that performance.
I think Benicio and Sean are splitting votes. I think that's the reason why he's not winning, and I think it's the same reason that you and I both agreed on. Chase Infinity should have never been submitted for Best Actress.
Agreed.
She would have been nominated, and she might have won.
Right, for Best Supporting? Very possible. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, let's see. Hank, Tron's not good, but sound, VFX, and score are unworthy. I don't disagree with that. The best part of the new Tron movie visually looked stunning. It looked
agreed. But so did Avatar, right? So Avatar got nominated, but we'll see.
Yeah, Derek Johnson. If you see Jodie Turner-Smith in that show with Vince Vaughn and Apple, I've seen it. You'll walk away. And there is no one else. I've seen it. She's great on it. Plus, put her and Dance Ninjas together. Perfect. Black Panther and Storm. I'm 100%. Jodie Turner-Smith is incredible in that movie. What was the movie? What was that show called again?
Monkey Bone, maybe? I think it was something monkey.
What was it? Sadie, what was the name of that the Vince Vaughn show that we watched? The monkey. Was it Monkey? What was it called? Remember it? Anyway.
Yeah, that was the second season is coming.
Yeah.
Bad Monkey.
Okay.
Yes.
Derek Johnson support. Thank you, Derek. Tarantino for me. Django and Hollywood. Well, Colonel Lockjaw. Yes, we're going to be watching Kill Bill, and then we'll do Django, Hollywood, and Inglourious Basterds. He hasn't seen those. Oh, you hear that in the background?
Yes, it was bad.
The dog's got what is it?
Oh, wow.
Everyone hearing you scream. Perfect. The dog has anal leakage. Perfect, guys. Welcome to the show. Yeah. The Shed says SAA. Suggestion from me. Point Break, Ocean's 11. He's definitely seen Point Break. I don't know about Ocean's 11. Gopal, is Travis the one who had a music festival? Everyone,
yes. Not everyone died. Like 2 or 3 people died.
No, I think I heard my niece talk about something like that. Everyone and 2 people is very different.
It's a great Netflix documentary on it. You guys should watch it. It's good.
I love Travis Scott's music. John, big day. 146.
Yeah.
Oh no, just kidding. 147.
Hey.
Blue Tattoo. Jodie Turner-Smith is not Storm. I don't need her garbage shit when she was promoting the Chipotle. No, thank you. But wait a minute. This is what look. Regardless of what you think about the tape, this is what I don't like sometimes what people do, and this is on both sides of things.
Go ahead.
You got to separate the art from the artist. Are you just because what you said there makes no sense to why you have convinced me why you don't think that she should play the role. You're talking about in the same way that you probably think Mark Ruffalo shouldn't be the Hulk anymore. Mark Ruffalo's a good Hulk, whatever you think about his political opinions.
Yes.
In the same way that, like, I think that, you know, I still, John and I might disagree on this too. I think that Gina Carano could have still been playing her character on Mandalorian. I think she could have suspended. I think other things could have happened. I think she could have come back. I think political views and other things too doesn't separate for how good they are in the actual role. So this is so that I don't agree with you because she said something that you didn't like in her defending of her cast members. That's silly. She's really good for the role.
Yeah, to me, the same people who are like, no way should she be allowed to say anything because she said this negative. Are like, bring Gene Carano back. Well, which is it? Which is it? Which is it? So, you know.
Yeah. So anyway, this. We have one more. I love Yoshi in the news trailer. So cute. Oh, do you know?
I agree.
Do you know there's a new Super Mario trailer that just came out?
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I watched a clip.
Oh, you watch the clip? You want to watch the whole thing? You want to watch the whole thing? All right, we'll watch the whole thing when this is over. Okay. So how about this? Kind of hope Marvel makes an Avengers trilogy. I mean, it looks like they might.
You're not seeing that, yeah.
Yeah,
That's the angle.
All right, John. So thanks again. 149. Go ahead and tell us where they can find you.
Yeah, guys, head on over to my channel, youtube.com/John Rocha Says. I'll be going live tonight to talk about all the madness going on in the world and some fun stuff as well. So head on over there for the truth, but also Geek Buddies, Hot Mic, all that happening this week as well. Spill the Tequila, and maybe another episode of the Jedi Way. Sadly, Laura's had to leave our show, but Frank Janish is now an official member. Me, Frank, and Kevin Smets talking Star Wars stuff. Come hang out with us. Love you guys. Thanks, Kristian.
I was listening to that show, by the way, and I was like, how come they didn't invite me up to be on it?
I would love to have you on. You said you don't want to talk about Star Wars anymore. If you want to talk about it,
not just all the time. I was talking to because there was something that this is one of the things when you do the show with Kevin. I want you to bring this up.
Okay.
He said one thing that I listened to the show when I was driving the other day.
Thank you, man.
And he said one thing that I'm with him on the stance on Kathleen Kennedy for a lot of what he's saying. The one thing that I'm surprised you didn't call him out on. Okay. He said that one of her missteps was that they released Solo in May, and they should have released it in December. She did a lot of things that might have been great. That was not her call. That was Bob Iger.
That was Iger. Good call.
She actually fought to get it released in December, and she didn't. So
yeah, good call. I should have called him out on it.
You keep saying your name in the comments. All right. Well, let's say goodbye to John, and then we'll say
bye, Maisie.
All right. All right, thank you to John and Maisie. Okay, let's see. So someone said, "May the farts be with you." Is that funny? No, it's like thumbs up or thumbs down to that comment. Thumbs down to that comment. Okay. All right, no problem. How about let's see so who you want to see another one that we said? Let's see. Somebody else had a comment. Let's see. What was the other one? What was that comment? How about this? Maisie, tell us a joke. You got a joke? You got a good joke. Yeah. What joke? You got to talk loud though.
What reptiles like to watch?
What?
What's the reptile's favorite movie?
What's reptile's favorite movie? That's relevant. What is it?
The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that's pretty good. The Wizard of Oz. I like that one. Okay, too. What about the knock knock joke?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Yeah.
You're a poop.
You're a poop.
Oh, I'm a poop. Okay, good. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Here's another one here. So someone just gave you support. See? He's got $5. Should I give that to you for a burger or something? Yeah.
No.
What? French fries. All right. So Chris Krause, 7-year-old, saw TOD heart scenes, and she said, "Man, what is that with TOD? What's TOD again?"
Hard.
Shoot. TOD. It's hard for me to do the abbreviations. Let's see. Dylan became a YouTube member. Thank you. See, we got a new YouTube member. Maisie's adorable. Yeah. See? You like that? You're adorable. It's true. They know. Like my wife hiding on the floor. And someone said, look, Sadie lying on the floor. Like she should. That was that was the most unslick thing. You would have been caught within. Now look at this. See, now everybody gets a chance to see what's going on here.
Except Baby.
Yeah. See? Look. What a crew. What a crew. All right. So you guys got a little peek in what happens when you got him?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, Sadie, we see you. She can't now he's on my head. See?
I want him on my head.
Oh yeah, yours. Okay. So tell everybody who this is.
Dude,
Yeah. What does he do?
he rolls around on the floor like a pig.
Yeah, like a pig. Like a stinky pig. That's it, right?
Puppy. It says puppy.
Yeah.
And pup.
Should we have him do a
And
flip?
pup.
I'm gonna have him do a flip.
Yeah.
Okay, look at this. Do a flip. Oh my God. See it? Oh my God. My wife hanging in the background. Unbelievable. All right.
Pup.
Yeah,
Puppy.
you just want to see the pug and the puppies? Okay. Good. I wish you could tell some of your jokes. What did you say to me? What did you say to me when I told you to put on some clothes? So we needed to go out because it was cold. You forgot? Says the guy.
Says guy wearing shorts, t-shirt, and a hat.
All right. Thank you guys. Okay, so look at this. Someone's McNuggets. So you had French. You had.
I want McNuggets.
Well, you had.
I want chicken nuggets.
I know you did. But
From
you had.
McDonald's.
You had McDonald's for what? Though? What did you have?
I only had the fries. Mom didn't let me get. I didn't even want the hamburger. I wanted McNuggets.
All right. See.
McNuggets.
So what do you say to that person?
Thank you for getting me McNuggets.
Right.
And I
Say
want
goodbye.
McNuggets.
Can you say goodbye to everybody? Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. See you guys on the flip side.